news, man, they got plenty. You in the sports mix with Kenny, news and knowledge. A lot of dope techniques make kids become scholars. You need to tune in. A lot of hot topics when it comes to sports. Kenny sound like a prophet. You in the mix, man. You in the mix. Plus he keep you up on all the hottest trends. Plus you never know who he has as a guest. So grab a cold one, man, and just tune in. You in the mix, man. You in the mix. You in the mix. Sports mix. You in the mix. Rockin' with Kenny. When it comes to news, man, he got plenty. You in the mix, man. You in the mix. You in the mix. Sports mix. You in the mix. You rockin' with Kenny. When it comes to news, man, he got plenty.
Sports Mix, Big Kenny in the building. What's good, peoples? Come on, man, Dino. What's up, Dino?
All right.
Super Bowl over, bro.
Yes, sir.
Football season is over. The Bad Bunny Bowl was Sunday. That's all everybody talk about now is Bad Bunny.
They didn't even talk about the game.
Nobody give a damn about the game. Nobody talk about the MVP, nothing. Bad Bunny. And he was bad for America, apparently.
So say the president.
So with that being said, we're gonna talk about the game a little bit later, but I reached out to one of my guys, man. One of Baltimore's finest on that hardwood. I got a front row seat to a lot of his games coming up. One of my favorite players to watch. Good guy all around. Just give a little bit about, All-American, high school All-American, a national champion in high school. Should have been a national champion in college, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. Made it to the Final Four. One of my favorites, man. One of Baltimore's finest. Coming to the stage, my guy, Donta Bright. Bright, what's up, baby?
What's up, man? Thanks for having me, man.
Oh, man, you already know.
You trying to set this up, last year sometime?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yep.
It's been a minute, but we
here.
We
got it. We here.
Yeah, we here, And you ain't even blink. When I asked you was like, yeah, let's do it.
Come on, man. That's out of respect. Like you said, man, you've been knowing me for so long. I've been seeing you at the games, words of encouragement. You know what I'm saying? You see me at my highs, you see me at my lows. So, why not?
Facts. And truth be told, just like most people, Dean, I don't even know how we actually met.
I was thinking about that when we talked the other day. I was like, I'm gonna say a basketball. It had to be a basketball.
It was something with basketball for sure. It was something with basketball.
Basketball, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how we got to be where we was like cool like that, you know. So I pretty much since day one though, like he just been a solid dude.
Yep.
Even when your name was the name that everybody was talking about, you would have never known that he was just a solid guy. You know what I'm saying? Never big time. He never treated me like, oh man, ain't nobody. And you know how people get. You know what I'm saying? When they names be in the headlines all the time, they tend to act like they shit never stunk.
That's tough.
But my guy, always been solid with me, man. So I always, when I started this thing, you were one of the first people I thought about. Like, when I start doing the interview stuff, I gotta get my guy on and talk about your rise. You know what I'm saying? How you pick that ball up and where that ball took you. And it was nothing for me, to ride down Monument Street and see Donta on the steps.
There you go, Dave. Yeah, during those times like the ball had stopped. I was just trying to figure out, what I'm gonna do next. You know what I'm saying? You heard a lot of different stuff, a lot of people saying a lot of different stuff because of the neighborhood I was in. But this way I was comfortable at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This way, I can really, it's crazy, but this way I can get my thoughts set because you saying stuff and I don't want to go that route. It's not what I want to do. So that was during those times that was preparing me to go to Boston, go back to Boston. Because I was in Boston. I lost everything. came back home. Then I went back to Boston. That's when I went back to Boston, that's when everything just started changing the second time.
That's what's up. That's
for
what's
the better.
up.
Yeah.
So let's start from the beginning. Let's start from the young Donta before everybody knew who you were. Right. So what's a elementary school age Donta Bright like?
Bad. Used to get beatings all the time.
like
stubborn.
Yeah.
Not listening. It wasn't like no, that's not no disrespecting nobody. Not just just being hard headed, just being a kid.
Yeah. And
at that time, my mom and dad, they was together. They was married, so it was just me, my mom, my dad. So they were strict. Both of them was working. I used to get allowance and stuff like that. So I had things.
Right.
And so it was like when I do something that they think that wasn't good, or I wasn't upholding their names, I used to get my ass whipped.
Yeah.
I got a mark on my backside still. From elementary school. That was abuse.
That was legal back then, though.
Very legal.
Yeah, that was legal back then.
Huh?
You was the only child?
At that time.
Okay.
At that time, that happened. Yeah, but I got two younger sisters. Well, they're adults, but they're younger than me.
Yeah.
Kenya and Keisha Bright.
So you East Baltimore your whole life?
Yeah.
I mean, growing up.
Yeah. I lived over Emerson Avenue by the high school.
Okay.
When I was probably like 3 or 4 years old.
Okay.
But mostly I'm over here in East Baltimore. I'm up the hill original, then down the hill now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So before you picked the basketball up, did you dip your toe in any other sports?
Football and baseball. I was big with baseball. My mom and dad played baseball. They was really good. Yeah. My family played baseball. Keith Booth played baseball. His sister. My uncles played baseball. Yeah. My father and them, it was a lot of them. It was like 11 of them. 7 boys, 4 girls. And they lived across the street from Carlton Square, the park. You had the baseball field, the football field, and we had the basketball court right there. Yeah. And so, like you said, I grew up in that. And my father also, he was good at bowling. He used to go out to Mullion, Fairlanes, and Bowling and Lee. I used to go with him like either every Friday or Saturday night, late nights. Yeah. Watch them bowl while I'm out there playing the arcade games, eating pizza, fries and stuff, just being a kid.
Yeah, that's what's up. So baseball. So, baseball was a lot of people's first love. That was my first love growing up. Baseball. You couldn't have told me that I wasn't going to be playing on 33rd Street.
I was the same. My father was really good. Yeah. Now, if from what I'm hearing and from what I've seen, because I used to go to the different leagues, he played for the Hard Hustlers, to a baseball club. They used to play down in Curl Park against the Eli Johnson stuff, play up in Drill Hill Park against the Red Wings. And, they used to go out of town and stuff. Yeah. From like what I've seen as a child and just other stories I hear from the older guys, man, if the Orioles, somebody would have came by, he'd have had a really good look. Yeah. He was a bag catcher who could hit. I knew all the signs. I knew everything. I used to be the bat boy. That's how I used to make my money. Yeah. I said one of the other kids on the team, he used to come with his dad. We used to be at Clifton Park. We used to go to the other baseball field and play one-on-one baseball. Just me and him.
See, people don't know, man. Baseball, you play 1-on-1, 2-on-2. I mean, it didn't matter. You play wall ball.
Wall ball, yep.
You know what I'm saying? We used to play on a basketball court, a tennis court, wherever we could make a diamond, we would play.
We play right on the block.
In the middle of the street.
Corners.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
So you say football too? Did you play like organized football or just like in the street?
Yeah, I played in the streets. And also, I tried out for the football team in Hollandtown. The crazy part, I was overweight.
I can't imagine that.
Exactly, I was overweight. I was heated. I was the quarterback. I was hot. Quan May was on the team. I want to say I don't think my cousin Keith he played, but I think he played center for the age group under us. I don't know if he played with the age group I was trying for, but he was the center. Quan May could play. He was a linebacker.
Quan May.
Yeah, he can hit.
Yeah. Did Shay play?
Shay played too.
Shay played?
Yep, that's where he got his toughness from.
My guy Shay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So you dip your toe in a little bit of all the sports.
Right. Correct.
So
correct.
when did you pick the basketball up? At what age did you first pick that ball up?
I was probably like 7 or 8, just up at College Square. But then I moved down the hill to Madison and Madura. We used to play out in the alley.
Okay.
That's when I transferred school. I transferred from 97, went to Tench Tillman.
Okay.
And one of my homeboys named Edward Harrington, we call him Tony. Matter of fact, his cousin, his glove, Anthony Hextall, he was one of the Marble founders. Yeah, so he told me, like, man, we're going to go up to Olive. I'm like, what's Olive? He's like, that's the rec we're going to play for. I'm like, what? He's like, basketball. I'm like, man, I ain't. He's like, man, you going up there. He took me from the alley, introduced me to Bucky Lee. And that was a rule. That was shocking right there. And I heard it, the language that he used at that time. I'm looking at him like, man, I don't know if I'm ready for this. You know what I'm saying? The words was harsh, but he was building up a mental toughness. Yeah. And I looked at it, and I told my mom what he said. She looked at me. She was like, well, that's your coach if you're trying to play basketball. And I took it at an early age, like he must see something in me.
How old was you when you went down Oliver?
I was 10 at that time, 10 or 11. Yep, playing 8-10. I started playing 8-10. I was 10 and 11. I was 10 years old at the time.
Skill-wise, where was you at that age?
I had a Bush. I had them James Worthy New Balances on, man. I was always coordinated for some reason.
Yeah.
I was lanky, tall, and I always just ran. You know, so that was my advantage. Just, you know, getting rebounds, landing back up, and just getting back on D. Ain't know how to do no curls. Ain't know how to post up. Ain't know how to shoot. Ain't know how to dribble. But Bucky always tell me, just get back on D, run and rebound, and just put your hands up.
Yeah.
That was the start.
Quick Bucky Lee story. I started playing when I was like 13, 14. So, you know, I grew up on Turner Station.
Okay.
So I think I was 14. We was like a 14 under. And we played in this little Southeast area tournament. We ran through that. So you win that, then you go to like the Baltimore County you know, tournament or whatever.
Right.
So as a tune-up, before we went to the tournament, our coach said he set up a scrimmage with Oliver.
Wow.
Our heads, we was up here. We beat a team like 102-15. It beat somebody else like 88-40 something. I mean, we blowing everybody out. So we like, man, it don't matter who you bring down here. We getting with everybody.
Right.
Yeah, we got some humble pie. It was on a Monday night. I'll never forget that. Monday night, because we usually practice on Mondays. So they came down there, and you know, I'd heard of Oliver, but I'd never really seen him go.
Right.
I was the tallest guy on the team. They come to do everybody damn near my height.
Who was on that team at the time?
And I couldn't tell you.
You couldn't tell me? Okay.
I couldn't tell you because it's crazy. I had a picture. I had a picture of their, you know, both the team, our team and their team.
Right.
And it got lost. It got lost somewhere. This is probably like 86.
Okay.
Like 85, 86.
Okay.
So you might have been down there as a 10, 12-year-old.
Right. That's why I asked you that.
Time.
That's why I asked you that.
Yeah. But they came down there and stomped.
But that floor used to be so slippery. Of Oliver,
yeah.
The backboards, that floor used to seem like it was so big. But as I got older, still was playing, I'm like, this gym is small. Yeah.
They came down there and humbled us real quick.
Yeah.
But that's when I kind of started to learn, you know, it was a difference. It was a difference in just the levels. You know what I'm saying? And I just started playing at that time.
Right.
So, you know, I was like, I got a long way to go.
It was my when I played my first tournament, we used to play over Bentlow, Wednesdays nights. That 8-10 team, they had a big light-skinned kid named Big Michi. It was kind of like your height back then, same built. Yeah. Man, he used to destroy me, man. He's just so big, I couldn't get around him. And he can move a little bit. But, you know, playing against him, the bigger guys, when I was younger, than just going to the park and playing against the older guys, that helped me a lot. Because once again, my ball handling and my shooting ability, it wasn't there. It wasn't there. I was just basing my stuff off of really just defense and rebound and laying the ball up. I really couldn't post up. None of that stuff. I was somebody just ran the floor. And then just watching the NBA games back then, just watching the college players, just watch how they post up, how they shoot the ball on the baseline, how they maneuver, you know, how they square up. I used to just watch it, and I used to just mimic that in the house. And then just try to emulate that when I get to practice. So if I'm outside playing on the courts, and that was my skill development right there. But the biggest thing with Bucky Lee was just the mental toughness and being in shape. Yeah, that can take you a long way when your skill don't work. When somebody who's real talented don't work, you got the will, you conditioning, you mentally tough. You're gonna beat that skilled person every time.
That mental toughness is something. I mean, I'm coaching now. It's just not a lot of it. You know, these kids, man, it's almost like they take everything so personal.
There's too many distractions.
Oh my goodness!
And then they want all the highlights. They want all the highlights. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, they say clicks and views. Man, that don't mean nothing. Coaches want to see the game when you playing, when you down, when you like shooting 0 for 10. How you respond to that? How you play defense? How you run the offense? Are you setting the same picks? Are you running hard on your cuts, even though you know you're not getting the ball?
Right. Yeah, that you talking foreign language now.
Nah, you can't talk that. They look at you like you crazy, like you don't know what you're talking about.
I see how they look at me sometimes. I'll be like, yeah, let me shut up, man.
Yeah, it's different. I can say the kids now it's a lot of talent.
Yeah,
like you say, but it's pros and cons for a lot of stuff with that talent. Because, like you say, some want to be overnight sensations. What about the grind? Some kids can get it overnight. Some kids it might take 4 or 5 years.
Right. Yep.
Some kids gonna have that one shot with that one coach in the gym.
You're right. You're right. So Kenya Bright, that's your sister?
Yeah. That's my sister.
She was saying, I guess what we was talking about, she said those were like carefree times. So yeah. What's up, Kenya, Donta's sister?
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to that YouTube channel too while you watching. Everybody watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Show your boys some love. So you down there with Bucky. So how long did it take for you to kind of figure it out? Like, how many did it take? A couple years, or was it like?
No, it took me when I got to Madison. When I left Bucky after like a year or two. Mm-hmm. Then I went down to Madison.
Okay.
When I got down to Madison, I was playing with Cedric Yarborough. He was the point guard he played point guard at Southern.
Okay.
My point guard, Tony Edward Hearns, who got me out the alley, he went down there, and we had Shannon Woodard, that was Spencer Ringo's cousin.
Okay.
I don't know if Shannon was from Baltimore, born in Baltimore, but I know they was from South Carolina, the family. And he had a brother that played football at the University of South Carolina Gamecocks. Who else we had? We had some other guys on there, but we had Jake DeValley that played at Calvert Hall. Jake was on our team. But Shannon, he was different.
Yeah.
He was baseline king, and I just watched him. That's to battle him. He can jump. He was dunking at the time.
Mm.
And, he had that 1-2 dribble pull up. And then I found out he was Ringo's cousin. Then when I see Ringo was more opposite, more like a defensive running jumper. But I seen the athleticism.
Yeah.
But Shannon had the package.
Mm.
And just working with him and practicing, going against him, and my game just developed. And me just having more confidence because I always played with the older guys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I played a lot outside. So when you outside, you got to wait your turn until you can prove the guys that you're worthy to be on the court first. I went through all that. So and it just, like I say, when I played 12-14, we went to the Boston Bengals Classic. That's that tournament out in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
They had Marvin, Marvin Harrison, the football player.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played in it. So a bunch of other guys, but I definitely remember him. And when I got up there, I got MVP in the tournament.
Okay.
And then from there, it just took off. Yeah, it just took off from there.
Might have been, you think Rasheed Wiles was in that?
I'm quite sure, but he played in a lower age bracket than me at the time.
Okay.
Yep. I'm quite sure he did, but yeah. So I played up there 2 years in a row. Like the next year I got up there, my name was all in the book and stuff like that. Even the next year I did well up there. But like I said, when I played in that tournament up there, I just took off.
They said you had a reputation for playing big out of state.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said that was a reputation. You get outside of Baltimore, some of these other places, you play real big.
Yeah, I mean, here in Baltimore with the team that we had with that Dunbar squad, man, it was just we had so much talent on any given night. Anybody could have got 30 to 40 points.
Mm-hmm.
It just, the big three. No, it wasn't the big three, man. It was more than three of us.
Yeah.
And I didn't mind taking a back seat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I still was getting better as a ball player. I expanded my game by doing that. What if I would have been selfish? I could have messed that whole thing up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And to me, I wasn't the best player on the team.
Mm.
I always say my cousin Keith Booth was the most talented. I think he was the best player on the team. And I give Mike his props all the time.
Yeah.
I tell him he was the engine.
Yeah,
we
for
needed
sure.
that.
For
because
sure.
I was quiet. I was quiet. Mike come in the door talking this shit. Tell me what we gonna do, how we gonna do it. So right there, and like I said, and I knew them guys can play.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a thing, like you said. The same thing. I just went back to just rebound, just playing, just being that utility piece.
Right.
Whatever you need me to do.
Right.
And then, to be honest, it wasn't no thing where I'm like, yo, I need to get the ball. But when we went out of town, that came from Mike Lloyd.
Mm.
Mike was like, yo, Bright, you the first option.
Yeah.
That's a leader right there. People don't know that he was a real leader. They just saying all the hypeness. No, if you don't get that from Mike, that's not Mike Lloyd. You don't get Mike Lloyd. That's how he get his stuff wrapped up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he always do like, man, you the first option. And
so
it worked. And everybody still shined in their role.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing I take from that squad, because any one of us, we could have messed that up.
Yeah.
Because we had a name, but we had a common goal, man. Mike, when we came to Dunbar, we said, man, we don't have a chance for the national championship.
And got it done.
And got it done. It just that missing piece, Keith Booth.
Could have had two.
Could have had two. Yeah, they got
had two.
St. Peter's in New Jersey, St. Anthony's, man.
Yeah.
They robbed us.
Yeah, I heard. We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
So let me bring to the stage our resident Hall of Famer. He been patiently waiting.
Yeah.
My guy, Glennie Moore. What's up, Hall of Famer?
What's up, man?
Fellas?
What's up, Glennie?
How you doing?
I'm good, man. How you been?
Hey, look, I gotta go, but I got two quick questions.
Yeah.
How would your game fit in today's era? How do you foresee yourself in today's era?
The same. I could, like you said, somebody can do a lot of different stuff.
More defense, more offense?
No matter what. I'm always confident in my ability. I'm always have the ability to score. It's all depends what the coach wants. If that was on me, it was like what the coach wants. That's like, but my game, it translates. It's positionless basketball.
What part of this era do you like the most?
They're not sticking you in no certain position.
Gotcha.
Let the players play. But it
I
also
got one-
take away the big men too. So it's pros and cons to it.
Right.
It's pros and cons to it.
I got one more question, Kenny. In your whole career, when you look back, what part of your career you had the most fun? What was it? High school? You talked about the youth leagues, on the college. Which part to you was the most fun in your career?
I'm gonna be honest. The toughest and I'm gonna say the toughest and the most fun is when I set out.
You
You
talking
know,
about college?
I grew up. I
You
had
talking
to
about
grow up. Ball had to stop. Something needed to stop. Something needed to you need to slow down.
Wow.
And that's where I learned how to skill train, hit the weights. My first team at UMass wasn't a UMass basketball team. It's my intramural team.
Wow.
Never met. It was like day and night. That's all I'm gonna say. It's like day and night. But you know, them guys was so good. Some guys were so supportive of me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about how much money I got, where I'm from. They just made me feel welcome.
Right.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? They used to come to my dorm. We used to go play their little games and stuff. They used to work out with me, and we ended up beating the football team in the championship.
Wow. Yeah.
So right there, it just and like I said, that was the toughest, and I think that was the most funnest. You know, I was like myself again. Without that intramural team, if I couldn't play intramural, I don't know what I'd do.
Wow.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Hey, Kenny, just for history, Kenny, Donta worked out my nephew, man. He used to wear my nephew out, man. I loved it, man. I loved it.
Yeah,
I
he stopped
loved
coming
it, man.
too.
Can I tell you? Yeah, man, he worked him out, Kenny.
But the life lessons from that, though.
Yeah.
Life skills. Like you said,
Yes,
everybody, I got cut.
Mm-hmm.
I'll wait for the contracts go in. What you do next when the ball stops bouncing.
Right. Right.
Man, I appreciate you, Donta. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Anytime you need me, let me know.
All right, thanks, man. Respect.
Kenny, Dean.
Yes, sir.
All right, Glenny. Peace, bro.
We'll talk, man. I gotta go.
All right. Peace. Hall of Famer checking out.
Yeah.
Yep. So let's get to this. So you down Madison, and it's starting to come together for you. You kind of putting your game together. So you about what, 7th, 8th grade at this time, or a little before that?
8th grade.
8th grade.
Grade going to the 9th. 7th, 8th grade. Grade going to the 9th grade.
So you mentioned like Ringo, who was a little older. Ringo around my age.
Right. So they used to practice in Madison. So I used to watch them practice.
So who was on them teams with Ringo? I know a couple of the names, but who throw some of them names out there?
I want to say Sam. Charlie Hurt. Most of the Dunbar guys.
Dunbar, yeah.
That I remember. Yeah, most of the Dunbar guys.
So now we know, everybody know about Sam, right? Talk to me about Charlie Hurt.
What? That was my OG. That was my guy when I first got to Dunbar. He grabbed me immediately. He grabbed me. That was my OG.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that
how
commercial?
tough was he though?
What was that commercial? Lamar Monday, the jump shooter, that commercial?
Which one?
That commercial where the guy could shoot. What's it called? Lamar Monday, or Money used to call him Money. It was a commercial.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, I gave Charlie that name. Yeah, that was my guy. Yeah.
Yeah, because you know, a lot of times, right? The names get lost, and people, you know, if like Charlie didn't get to the league, you know what I'm saying. So a lot of people don't really remember how tough he was. You know, I got opportunity to see him play, so I know how tough he was at his best.
Right.
You know what I'm saying. But I like give them dudes they flowers too. And you got a front row seat, and you got to play with Charlie in them one year, right?
My freshman year, I was the 6th man on varsity.
What's up?
So and that's another thing. Like you said, I could have played JV.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I thought, you know, Michael Lloyd was there. You know what I'm saying? And he could have played varsity himself.
Yeah.
You know, but he wanted to get some run, and it worked out for him. And it worked out for me because all them guys was leaving, and I also got an opportunity to play. And also, I think I got a game win at Coppin State against Southern. Yeah, I got a chance to go to Hawaii in 9th grade. Played against Oak Hill. They had Anthony Cade. He was like 6'10". He was like Lamar Odom back then from New York. They had a squad. Gandhi Jordan played at Pitt. He was like 6'6", 6'7", swing man. You know, they had a bunch of guys that played at West Virginia. Mike Boyd, he was fast, athletic, can jump. Man, they beat the cowboy crap out of us. Man, they beat us by like 40, 50 points, man. But me as a freshman playing against talent like that, I held my own.
Yeah.
You know, they was praising me as a young boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, the experience I had with those guys with Hensley Park, Spencer Ringo, Charlie Hurt, David Lewis, R.I.P. to Dietrich Williams.
Dietrich.
You know what I'm saying? So battling them guys, you know, they helped me too. They prepared me too.
Yeah.
I get them guys props all the time when I see them.
Mm-hmm. So was it? So I know you get an opportunity to choose your school. Now you know where we grew up, but we had to go where we lived at.
Right.
Was it anywhere else you would have went to, or was it just always Dunbar and there was no other
There
thought?
was no other choice. I mean, I had Calvert Hall, the different Catholic schools, Cardinal Gibbons, Towson Catholics, you know, coming after me. I just knew when I was at Oliver, I think Bucky took us down to Dunbar. We watched them practice.
Mm-hmm.
And I always like, just an opportunity if I can get to Dunbar. Then I always to wonder, like, will Coach Wade recruit me? I always thought if I was good enough.
Right.
And then, you know, I got introduced to Mr. Joe Parker. He ended up being my substitute teacher in middle school at Hampstead.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had the principal at Hampstead was the former principal at Dunbar named Miss Whitman. So everything was falling in place.
Mm-hmm.
So when Mr. Parker, when I met Mr. Parker in school, then he started coming to my middle school games when we played up Lake Clifton when I was with Oliver and Madison.
Okay.
And then I asked him, I was like, you think I can get recruited by Dunbar? And he was like, yeah. And not knowing the ties he had with Coach Wade.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was always Dunbar. So after I had the grades. I used to get perfect attendance. I still won the math contest, spelling bees at Hampstead.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, the grades and all that stuff that wasn't in question. My transcript ended up going to Patterson and Lake Clifton. So for 2 weeks, I didn't have no school because I wasn't going to Patterson. That was my zone school. That's where all my guys went at.
Yeah.
And Lake Clifton, I didn't want to go to Lake Clifton. I wanted to go to Dunbar. So like the second week, that's when I started school. Then I was down in Dunbar.
Okay.
I was happy. I was sick. I was like, I didn't want to go to Patterson because I'm like, I want to go to have an opportunity to travel and have all these coaches see me, at least to get an opportunity to go to college. Not saying it couldn't happen at Patterson, but I wanted to go to Dunbar.
Right. All right. So you come in there in 90. So you graduated in 92, right?
Right. I came in Dunbar 88.
88, 89. So I was a senior in high school, 88, 89. So you coming in and you made the varsity right off the gate.
I had to earn it.
Yeah, you earned it. You had to earn it. But what's that process like for a ninth grader? Is it intimidating, or you just went there confident that you could make it?
I was confident and I was intimidated because I wasn't strong. Man, I'm looking at them guys like they were strong. They was athletic. They can jump high. You know what I'm saying? They was quicker, more wiser. You know, they knew the game a little better. But I always competed. You know, I took them bumps and bruises. I took them hits.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Hensley dunking on me, Ringo out rebounding me, dunking on me. You know, I took all that. I just soaked it up, and I just was competing like every day. I was getting better.
Yeah,
that's all. Like I said, I didn't have no trainer.
Was Pompey the coach at that time?
Yep, Pompey was the coach.
Okay.
And also, my man Scooter, Terrence Alexander, that's who also got me better because, whew.
Hey,
6'3" can do it all. Man, he used to tear my ass up, man.
That's another name that do not get his due from my perspective.
Right, correct.
Because I saw a lot of his, you know what I'm saying? I saw a lot of his work at Dunbar and Towson.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Scooter was the real deal.
He got big numbers at Towson too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I had Darnell on here last year.
Okay.
In the beginning of the school year, when they named the court after him, I did a show with Darnell.
Okay.
And we talked about Scooter because they graduated. I know they graduated together.
They graduated together, yeah.
Yeah. And I said, yo, you know, everybody talk about Jude, they talk about Lloyd, they talk about Turk, but nobody be talking about Scooter like they should, from my perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Probably the reason why, because Scooter got player of the year my junior year.
I remember.
His senior year, he got it over me.
Yep, I remember.
And Scooter the reason why I played with DC players. Because he played with DC players first. He was in the ninth grade. When I came to Dunbar, he was like, man, you going to DC with me and play. Got over there. That was totally different. That was different, but also I was competing. I was I was doing my thing. I was confident, you know. Like you say, like Big Dirk said, he was from Baltimore. We were saying that back then.
Yeah. Yeah. So who was on the DC team?
We had Dwayne Simpkins, Joey Bird. One year we had Charlie Harrison that was on the team that played at Wake Forest.
Charlie Moore, RP.
Yeah, we had Vaughn Jones. Mike Lloyd ended up playing. Tony Moore that played at Duke.
Yeah.
Stacy Robinson.
Yep.
I said Dwayne Simpkins. Then my cousin came aboard. When his 9th grade year, he came aboard and played with us. Man, we had about 11 D1 players. Had like what 1, 2, 3, 4 high school All-American players that played in the McDonald's game that was on that team.
Joey Bird played with Grand Hill in high school, didn't he?
Yep, and he also played with he transferred from Duke. He went to the school up in Boston, BU.
Yeah.
But he played down there, at the same school at Grand Hill. My first
South Lakes.
Yeah, I played at men's school. We played against Grand Hill. We played at what school? Lynn Byers High School, Northwestern. That's the high school. Yeah, we played against them over there, and we also played against them down in Virginia, in Rexton, Virginia, where they from. Yeah, and we competed well. And my coach Donnie Gross was like, he was scared. They got this guy Grant who he can do this and that. Man, school looking at them like, man, we ain't worrying about that. But no, Grant was always smooth. When he say 2 words was smooth. 6'7", 6'6", hound the rock like that, playing the same way. Yeah, man, I played against a lot of talented players playing with DC players, man.
Yeah, that's what's up. And that's a thing too. You know, a lot of that stuff people don't really know. You know, with the grind. You know, we know the Dunbar, we know the UMass, but we don't know really the nuts and bolts that really prepared you for that. You know, to get you ready for that national championship run. You know, them years. I mean, you was a 4-year varsity player at Dunbar. At a once upon a time, that wasn't something that was unheard of. You know what I'm saying? Because Dunbar was where those guys was at.
Right.
You know, and so you come in there and you got, you know, the Muggs, the Reggie Williams, you know, Reggie Lewis, all them guys, Kirk Lee, you know, the Dozier boys. So, you know, it's a lot of history there. So you in that gym every day, you see the banners up. And you, like you already said, you and Mike Lloyd came there as freshmen and said, yo, we gonna get one.
No, we wanted our names on the banner.
Yeah.
We want our own banner.
Yeah. So and then just talk about the unselfishness. You know, like you said, I remember your sophomore year was kind of like the breakout year. You know, and I think that's around the time when I met you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know I bumped into you in some places. Just being out and about. But I just remember, you know, getting that Sun paper and your name was front and center every, we play games like on Tuesday, Fridays, whatever.
Right.
You know, you get, but every time it was a game, it was Donta Bright. I said, dang, who is this dude, man? You know, because I had never heard of you before that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I never had heard of you before that. And, you know, you always look for the next guy. So, you know, like you say, Charlie Hurt and them had graduated. So you're looking for who was a junior in that, you know, behind them, who was going to be the one to step up.
I thought it was going to be Scooter. I always said to me, Scooter, I was behind Scooter, you know, so we used to walk to school every day. I'm going to you know, knock on his door to get him up ready for school so we can walk to school. It was like the big brother.
Yeah.
Man, like I said, he taught me a lot, man. He taught me a lot, and he was very intelligent too, man. Scooter was very intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he taught me a lot, you know, about the game, just life, period.
Yeah. So let's talk about that sophomore year. You know, it's kind of the your coming out party, if you will. You was the player of the year that year. So let's just talk about you stepping up, you becoming the guy. You know what I mean? And now you the guy with the radar on your back. So what's that sophomore year like for you?
Man, I was anticipating it. I didn't know what was going to happen. Mm-hmm. I didn't know I was going to do the things that I was going to do. I just knew, you know, I was confident and I love basketball. And one of the biggest things that we had that drive and that fight is because we was young. We was coming back with, you know, Michael Lloyd was a sophomore. I was a sophomore. My cousin was a freshman. Scooter, he was a junior. You know, so now there's like people like, oh, we're licking the chops to play Dunbar.
Right.
But not knowing, you know, in the summertime leading up to that, we playing I know I'm playing in the summer league. I'm playing in the unlimited. I'm playing against the older guys. I'm playing against guys, the Kurt Lees and the Sams and them in the summertime. When they're now different neighbors, because I played for the Ashland Runners in the summertime.
Okay.
You know, Scooter he played 19 under, and I didn't want to play 19 under. I thought I was better than 19 under, and I was, like I said, I was a sophomore, so I wanted to play against the grown men. So that prepared me playing down Bojacks. You know what I'm saying? Playing against, like you said, he had Sam used to come back and play. Kurt Lee used to come back and play. We had guys from West Baltimore that was out that Benklow wreck. Forget them brothers or cousins. They was like, one was a big guard, one was played like Larry Johnson. I forgot just being down there in that atmosphere, you know, guys, you know, when you run across the lane back then, them guys was hitting you with their forearms like ready to knock you out, and you couldn't say nothing. I know I couldn't say nothing, man. Them guys was 6'7", 250. You know, I'm a frail little teenager. You know, these grown men.
Yeah.
You know, so that prepared me, but also just hearing the whispers, what they're gonna do to Dunbar, certain players is gonna do to me. Man, actually, that gave us all the fool in the world, man.
Yeah. Like I say, you know, that's when I kind of started getting out to see some of y'all and, you know, see some of them games and kind of see what the hype was about.
It was real.
Yeah.
It was
definitely
real.
Definitely.
They caught it early too. It was real. No,
definitely.
Because like, man, Mike had so much confidence. Scooter had so much confidence. And my cousin confidence was out the world. He didn't think nobody could beat him.
Turk.
What? We had an edge. We had an edge. We had the right pieces, and we had the right coach for it.
So talk about Coach Pompey.
He was everything, man. Everything. He was everything.
So
he was everything, man.
He coming to Dunbar.
Go ahead.
You know, he coming to Dunbar behind, you know, Coach Wade. You know, Coach Wade is like on the Mount Rushmore of
he set
coaches.
the bar. That's the
you
bar. He put the bar up there.
And so Coach Pompey come down there, and Sam was the guy. His first couple of years there, Sam and them is gone, and now he got these young boys, man, and you know, y'all, like I said, y'all confidence is through the roof, you know, and I don't know if y'all having these conversations with him, but you already said y'all having them with each other that we gonna win the national championship.
I used to basically like live in Michael Lloyd's house, so you can imagine the conversations we having all night.
Yeah.
You know, looking at what was that, Scholastic Sports America?
Yeah, I remember that.
You know, getting the same newspaper you was getting. Just like we would just write names down, like, bro, when we see them, we had them, and that's just what it was.
Yeah.
Like I said, Mike set the tone. Mike set the tone, and like you said, you know, his guys, he led. No, everybody led their own little way. I'm gonna say it like that.
So what kind of coach was Coach Pompey?
He was laid back. He was demanding. No, he taught us, you know, I didn't know like the different principles of the zone. Him and Coach Holmes. I used to get so frustrated when Coach Holmes used to break it down to me about being 1-2 position away from the ball, being on the ball, being away from the ball. Once again, because now I'm moving from down low to up on the wing sometimes when you're in the zone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I used to get so frustrated, man. They taught us a lot. They gave us a lot of confidence. A lot of confidence because, like again, we got 5 really unknown guys at Dunbar. That's probably, I said unknown at the time, unheard of.
Right.
That's why, you know, everybody talking about it was our time to get Dunbar. You know, I think our first big game, that set it off. Man, I know the first big game we played Lake Up Morgan. I mean, that set the tone.
And that's your sophomore year?
My sophomore year, we had Lucas.
Yeah, Big Luke.
I'm gonna say Joe Curry.
And
them guys, that set the tone.
And y'all got him?
Yeah.
Was it nip and tuck or y'all just got him?
We got him.
Got him.
No, we got him. Then after my sophomore year, then getting player of the year, we knew that me and Mike knew wasn't nobody in the city gonna beat us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was too much. And then with Diego and Paul, you know what I'm saying, they getting better. My cousin getting better. Me and Mike getting better. Then we got Alexander Mobley, Mike Cooper, the other guys,
mm-hmm.
you know, who also don't get a lot of airplay. But if you go back up when we played St. Anthony's up Towson, Alexander Mobley was a key part of Michael Cooper. And while we won that game,
I was there.
Mobley almost had a double-double.
Yeah, I was at that game. That was one of them. That's one of them. That's kind of the one. That was kind of the one because after that, y'all didn't play no more out of state teams, right?
That was like the end of it. Yeah, that thing might have been the last. Yeah, that was the last ranked team we played.
Yeah, after y'all beat them, y'all played the rest of the Baltimore team. Because I was down in the arena when y'all beat Walbrook down there, right?
Yeah.
When y'all remember y'all dumped the Gatorade on coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. So you the player of the year as a sophomore. You know, you go between sophomore and junior year. So what was those summers like? Did you do the camps, the circuits, or anything, or what was your summers like between?
After my sophomore year, going through that summer, in the sophomore year after the season was over, I got invited to Nike camp, but I couldn't go.
So what happened?
Man, I had to go to summer school and Saturday school.
Damn.
I got off track a little bit,
right?
But it woke me up, man. It woke me up. I kind of got off track. Like I said, wasn't no bad kid or nothing like that. I was just off track. It was, like I said, it was too much. I didn't like a lot of attention.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't like all the notoriety. I ain't even like that. But yeah. So I got back on track. So Michael and Pompey, they went up to the Nike camp. They was gonna go back and watch me play, but when I had to go to summer school, they had to go to Saturday school. I don't know how Mike ended up taking my spot.
Okay.
Mike came back and tell me what I missed. And I was like, I'm gonna miss the next one. Then I got invited my next year.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting MVP of the camp.
Wow. Shit. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
See, and we already knew. You know what I'm saying? We knew. The country just didn't know. They ain't know what they had in store. This little skinny kid.
Yeah.
From East Baltimore.
Like I was about 100 pounds.
Shit, that's what I'm talking about. So your junior year, you know, again, I know y'all had the one loss, and I talked to me and Donnell talked about this some years ago. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, when I first met him, BCCC, he was just coming. He just graduated Dunbar, and we was up BCCC together.
Mm-hmm.
And we used to talk about some of y'all games. You know, I used to talk about the ones I was at. But I remember him telling me when y'all lost to St. Anthony, it was some shenanigans in the game.
Yeah.
And so but y'all had the opportunity to play them again.
We came back like the next week or 2 weeks. We were in the Gonzaga tournament over in DC.
Mm-hmm.
And Scooter got MVP in that tournament.
What y'all do to them the second time?
We beat them by probably 5 or 7 points.
5 or 7.
Yeah, it was a good game. Good game. Like you said, it was more closer to Baltimore, but it was on neutral grounds.
Yeah. So that was
we lost by 1 point in St. Peter's, and they cheated us. Their own fans was even saying that.
Yeah. So basically, y'all could have had 2 championships.
Back to back.
Could have been.
We finished we finished number 3 or number 4 my junior year.
Yeah.
In the country, we ended up 3 or 4.
So playing that national schedules, right? You know, y'all get to travel a little bit. What were some of the names you saw, you know, in your years at Dunbar, you know, when y'all was traveling? So like, who were some of the guys y'all was playing against? That we might know.
Roderick Rhodes, Serge Quicker that played at North Carolina.
Yep.
And him and X-Ray Hip played on the same high school team. Mm-hmm. The kid from Memphis, Fairley. Sylvester Deuce Ford, he was a high school All-American.
Mm-hmm.
Ended up playing at Memphis. Chris Davis, he played at Oak Hill, ended up playing, and then went to Auburn, ended up playing in the league for a couple of years.
Okay.
He was at Auburn. His kid who can jump real high, had that bush.
Afro, yeah.
Yep. Jeff McGinnis played on this high school team. Martise Moore played on this high school team at Oak Hill.
He went to Georgia Tech, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Rasheed Wallace.
Mm-hmm.
Was Terrell Stokes that played at Maryland. He was on Rasheed Wallace's team.
Yeah. What was the school called up there? That school called
Simon Gratz.
Simon Gratz.
Yeah, Simon Gratz.
I seen y'all play them too.
Yep, we used to have battles with them.
Yeah, I seen
and
y'all
to be
play
honest,
them.
out of all the ranked teams, they played us the closest because we played them the most.
Yeah.
So like we was everywhere we was at, they was there.
Right.
Yeah. Who else? My college teammate, Dana Dingle. Kareem.
He played.
St.
Who did he play with? Yeah, because they played y'all down here too.
Yep, and we beat them in the beach ball classic in South Carolina in Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
Jason Kidd. Man, it was so many. It's so many. I'm leaving out names, man.
Yeah.
It's so many.
But that's unheard of now from a public school. And this the way stuff is set up now. Public schools don't get they don't get to travel like that.
Right.
But then most of the better kids are trying to go to private schools, or they getting out of the area. So you wouldn't even have a team at a public school that was as loaded as y'all teams were today. I don't even think the kids got that kind of mentality now to play behind somebody that they know you know what I'm saying? Everybody just want to go get theirs. They don't have that.
But can everybody be the lead man on their team? Do everybody know what that is? What that takes?
Well, we know that they don't.
Right. It's a role. It's roles.
Right.
Be the best man in your role. And guess what? You're going to have 10 more coaches looking at you.
Right.
Opposed to you being somewhere. Yeah, we know you're good, but you don't know how to handle that pressure as being the lead guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing, man. Being that lead guy, man, you got to be mentally tough. Because how you go from being the lead guy to a role player. Right. That was me when I got to UMass.
But you said that at Dunbar too.
Right.
coming off, you was the player of the year your sophomore year.
Right.
Going into your junior year, like you said, Mike was the engine. Scooter was the MVP in your junior year, his senior year.
Yep, he got player of the year.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I went to a lot of them games in those years. Scooter was getting buckets. Lloyd was getting buckets.
And Booth was getting buckets.
So y'all spread the wealth. You know what I'm saying?
My average dropped like 6 points.
Yeah.
But I picked up more rebounds, more assists. I shot more threes. I was bringing the ball up more. So I did other stuff. So I wasn't. It wasn't. To me, it wasn't a thing.
And again, just the way they just say a lot about your makeup. You know what I'm saying? Because again, you coming off the player of the year in Baltimore City as a sophomore. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many other sophomores before that have been player of the year. I know when you did it was a big deal.
I think I was the first.
Yeah, I know when you did it was a big deal. Right. But again, because of who you are, right, in your makeup, you didn't come into your junior year saying, now I gotta go and do it again. So I need to score 25 a game. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have that mentality. You knew for the betterment of the team, I'm gonna just play my role.
I don't know where it came from, but I mean, that was me early. That was me before I even got to high school.
Right. And
I was always like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know how that just was me. I was always like that shy person. I'd rather stand in the back. I can lead from the back and still shine. You not even notice it. I still hear people say, man, I don't believe you got 20 and 15. Like, man, it looked like he wasn't even playing.
Right.
But you know.
But like I said, I didn't have the ball in my hands. I was running for just getting rebounds, getting layups. You know, people watching people with the ball in their hands.
Right.
I'm cutting this stuff.
Right. So we talked about a couple of teammates. Let's talk about ML for a minute. The real deal.
What they call the real deal. Never dull moment. That's all I'm gonna say with him.
Well, I remember, always got a little something. I remember, y'all was out of high school by this time. He was in college. I think because he went to JUCO first, right?
Right, San Jacinto.
So this before he went to Syracuse. He was at San Jack.
Right.
But they was playing down the Coalition on a Sunday. Me and my man Mo went down there, and he never had seen Mike play. So Mike comes to the game late. It's about halftime. He got to the game about halftime, and I seen him walk through the door because Turk was playing. They was playing with Cuddy.
Right. Yep.
So they, Turk and them was playing. So Mike came. He got suited up. I told my man, I said, "Yo, he the real deal. He can go." And he looked. He said, "I ain't. He ain't never heard of him or seen him before."
Right.
I said, "You about to see?" I'm talking about, he got in the game. He was in the corner. He got a pass to the corner, a bounce, 2 steps. He in the air, ying. He jumping and grabbing. He's like, "Oh shit!" I said, "Y'all told you." I told you, buckle up, because he just getting started.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he made a believer out of him just on the first play. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I saw a lot of Mike, and he was somebody too. I thought I was gonna see all y'all dudes in the league. And, ain't no doubt. I thought all y'all dudes was gonna get there because, like I said, I just seen y'all from the beginning.
Right.
Seeing y'all from the beginning, man. Just watch y'all come up. But like you say, you was around him, so you say never a dull moment from a different perspective than I do. I just seen him on the court, and I knew he came with some energy. He came with that grit. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't backing down from nobody, and he was gonna leave you with something.
Right.
He's gonna leave you with something that you're gonna be talking about when you leave there. You're gonna be like, "Yo, he did this or this." Let me ask you this about Mike. Is there any footage of the dunk contest from down Dunbar? Anywhere?
I don't know, but he did some shit.
I was there.
I know. Yeah, I was there too. I watched it. I was in it.
I was there, and I've been asking people for years, "Yo, do anybody have any footage of that?"
Yeah. Matter of fact, he won it.
He won it. Yeah, he beat Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd, yeah, he won the dunk contest.
He beat Jason Kidd because Jason
threw it off the wall.
He threw it out the back of the wall.
Yep, where the bandits was at.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember that.
Yeah.
It's funny because my cousin's husband, he a little younger. When I was telling him that, he was like, "Jason Kidd can dunk."
What?
I said, "Bruh." Yeah, he had some springs. Because Jason Kidd like 6'5".
About 6'3" and a half.
Yeah, he ain't no little dude though. You know what I'm saying?
No,
he ain't
probably
no
about 210.
Yeah.
At that time,
he could get off the floor
and jump
for sure.
Probably was like the quickest.
Yeah.
Ball I ever seen at that time.
Yeah.
From baseline to baseline, it was like lightning. But the thing was his passing ability.
Pass that ball.
Shit, man.
Crazy.
But everybody, trust me. Mike, everybody respect Mike in the basketball world.
I believe it.
Hall of Famers and all. I
believe
didn't say Mike. I ain't gonna say no name, but I didn't say Mike like punk some ones that y'all might think they was the ones that can't.
You can say the name.
I didn't say it. Guys coming to me like y'all like night and day. You gotta calm them down. Like that's Mike.
Yeah.
That's Mike. Mike ain't gonna swing on you, nothing like that. But if you get in your head, it's a wrap. I done seen them beat guys out their tennis shoes money. I done seen we didn't ate good for the weekend camp. We had counselors going to get us food, Chinese food from different spots in the cities we was in. Yeah, Mike, yeah. But they also come get me like, "Yo, your boy at it again." I'm like, "Mike, y'all ain't never seen Mike hit nobody. Y'all intimidated by his voice."
Yeah.
And then He the only person I seen. They was like, you can't dunk at camp. Shit. What? Mike try to break the backboard. But everybody loves Mike, though. You want to be around Mike. Like you say, he's going to have you laughing, man.
Yeah.
But Mike is somebody you want on your team. I'm telling you that.
Yeah,
I'm
for
telling
sure.
you want Mike on your team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what's up, man. So all right, let's get to the third, to the other wheel, Keith Turk. So before we get to that scene, talk to me a little about your cousin. So are y'all first cousins?
We first cousins, man. We used to sleep in the same bed together. His mother and my father, brothers and sisters.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
I always tell people, I think he was the most talented player on that team, skill wise. Because coming to Dunbar, at Dunbar, he was playing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, I seen some of that.
No, he was doing it.
I seen that.
As a 9th grader,
Mm-hmm.
I'm the best player on the team. That's how he played. I'm going to get mine. That's how he played. So, man, he was a hard worker. He was the first one to start lifting weights.
Really?
And I started lifting weights. Him and Cuddy, just training. He training with muddle, running.
Yeah.
Going to get shots up. You know what I'm saying? So it was always destined for him. You know what I'm saying? I seen the work he put in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I seen it. Real work, strong, and didn't back down from nothing.
Mm-hmm.
As a freshman.
Yeah. He wanted it.
No, he wanted it. And he went and
wanted
got it.
Yeah.
He did it his way.
So
yeah. Even at camp, I didn't see him go at Stackhouse. I didn't see him go to everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't just like we just did this here.
Mm-hmm.
We went on the road. We went like in camps. We was never on the same team.
Right.
We never was on the same team.
Out there getting it.
And everybody shined in a big way. You know what I mean? We walked away being high school All-American.
Yeah. So what's that like? Now y'all, you got you, so y'all, the big three as they call y'all, you, Mike, and Turk, all three of y'all high school All-Americans. Throw Scoot in there for his senior year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all with the one loss, but y'all running through everything pretty much. What is the mentality, of y'all guys, man? Like as y'all making that run through the city.
We competing against each other like every day at practice. Sometimes our practice will consist of just conditioning, going over the game plan, and just playing 1-on-1, 2-on-2s, and 3-on-3s. Like, man, Mike used to have wars, 1-on-1s. My cousin Keith Booth, we used to have wars. We did not like to lose. I mean, we used to lose to the guys on the bench sometimes.
Right.
Some guys used to dunk on me in practice when we used to play out 1-on-1s and 2-on-2s, but we all compete.
Mm-hmm.
You see, it wasn't no fall off.
I think that aspect get lost is competing. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause like when we had Darnell on here, and he was like, "Yo, it was times where, they knew they weren't gonna play a lot in the game.
They helped us,
but they like in practice, it was on.
We used to lose a lot. We used to,
he said that.
To lose.
He said that. He said they would be like, "Yo, we gonna get at them today. They gonna get their money's worth today in practice."
And next time they used to curl, they used to hit us. I mean, like I said, I wasn't the coach. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, and without them, you don't have no us. You don't have that national championship without them, the Darnells and them, the Marvin Gross.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because they sacrificed. They probably could have went somewhere else.
Yeah.
And been the man on that team.
Yep.
But they didn't. They stayed. And we also used to have all the college coaches in there at the practices too.
Mm-hmm.
So you watching players.
Now, what's that like? You got a who's who of college coaches in the gym, and everybody trying to shine. So practice probably was tougher than the games for y'all. Something.
Yeah, I mean, yes, at times. Now there was some games that was tough. Now.
Yeah.
It was definitely tough, but it's more or less like, certain guys already was getting recruited. It's more or less trying to help the other guys.
Right.
saying we competing. We know we not in that board job or nothing like that, but it was a good look for them. And what we had about 7, 8 guys went D1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was a good look.
Yeah, damn good look. Damn good look. Shit. And like you say, I got to see a lot of that. Excuse me, I remember I think this was your junior year. Scooter was still there.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all was number 1, and Southern was number 2. Both of y'all was undefeated, and y'all played them down the board down Southern.
Yep, yeah, I remember that.
And I took all work. I took all work to get to that game.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember being there. I got there, the JV was playing. They was like, it wasn't no seats. So, I'm a big dude. I was not trying to be squeezed up, you know what I'm saying, in them bleachers with somebody. I just played the wall until they, they made us kind of move. We was
right.
But I remember when y'all came in, so the varsity, the JV game was going on, and y'all came in the gym. I couldn't see, but I could hear. They were starting to boo, and they were all this booing and shit. I was like, what the fuck was going on? And I looked, and they booing y'all walking in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They walking in. So I said, well, this grade be thick. They booing these niggas. They ain't even walked in the gym yet. They just getting in off the bus.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but with that game, pretty much when the ball went up, it was y'all got right with them.
Yeah, it was a rack. Once again, it was just that when you add fuel to the fire and that fire get lit, ain't no telling what's gonna happen.
Yeah. And rest in peace to Coach Smitty. That's
Coach Smitty, the dog pound.
Yeah.
That was a hard gym to play in. That was probably that gym in that Southwestern over what's that Fawn Hill Lab? That Southwestern over South Baltimore. Mm-hmm. Shit, you need the National Guards with you. That's a tough one. For the fans, it was brutal.
Yeah.
For a fan of the opposing team going to Southwestern, over there at that time, it was brutal, bro. Bro, they might not have made it out alive.
I can imagine. It ain't like you run out there, run right to the street.
Man, you can't run. What?
You gotta get past the graveyard.
Right there to lead to that man. It looked like it was I think it was a graveyard right there.
Graveyard right there.
You already know what that was about.
So talk to me about playing them big games like up Morgan. Y'all was drawing more games that y'all drawing more people at y'all games than Morgan was.
Yeah, once again, we was used to it. And then we was home.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was just to us, it was like another game. It's like we still got a job to do.
Mm-hmm.
People still don't believe.
So you just got shown.
Yeah, I mean, that was the mentality. I mean, we wanted something, man. We wanted to get a chance to go to count. We wanted a national championship. I mean, and whoever was in front of us, man, you had to deal with it. Win, lose, or draw.
So before your senior year, you go to the Nike camp. You get your chance to go to the Nike camp. And you say you the MVP.
Right.
So that in your graduating class, I had a picture. I meant to get it up. You was top 5 in your class with Jason Kidd, Corliss Williamson, Roderick Rhodes, and Othello Harrington.
Correct.
Y'all was the top 5.
Correct.
Right. So talk to me about that Nike camp. You know what I'm saying? Just what's your mentality going in there? And then coming out of there, what was that feeling like?
Like you say, I was happy I was going. And I was even happier that my AU point guard was my teammate, Dwayne Simpkins. We flew down to Indiana from BWI together. Okay. So he was telling me, like, Bright, get to your spots. I already know. Yeah. I said, you're going to get your assist. You're going to shine, and I'm going to shine. And that's what he did. We had Kewan Garrison that played at Illinois. The big 7-footer went to what's that King High School in Chicago? It was the 2 7-footers.
Rashad Griffin.
Rashad Griffin, his teammate, the one played for the Celtics.
I remember Rashad Griffin. I can't remember the other name.
The big, but no, he was more skilled than Rashad Griffin. I just can't remember his name. He played with the Celtics for a couple years, but he was on my team. I forgot the other guys, man. I had fun out there, man. It was everybody. Keith Booth, Michael Lloyd, Kwame, Dwayne Simpkins, Sir Swicker, Roderick Rose, Jason Kidd, Othello Harrington. Who else? Chris Collins, John Wallace. You had Ronnie Henderson from Murrah, Indiana. You had those guys like
that boy Tony.
what's the guy from he was on my Facebook page. I just was watching the stuff from Louisiana. Randy Livingston.
Randy Livingston, yeah.
Jason Kidd. Rasheed Wallace was there. So Felipe Lopez was there. It ain't matter the class.
Right.
It ain't matter the class. The top 125 ball players. Man, it was so many people. John Wallace was there. Man, it was so many people there. I couldn't name everybody, but all the top college players was there. That's all I do remember that.
And you come out of there in the top 5.
Yeah, because my point guard was my AAU teammate. You know what I'm saying? I had a great week. I was a leading scorer. Coming into Nike camp, I was probably like top 30. Yeah, I was like top 30. When I left out of there, I was top 5. In one publication, I was #1 player in Eastern basketball.
Wow.
Okay.
What's
up. That's what's up. So you went up to 5-star team?
Yep, I was the leading scorer, MVP at camps. I did well up there.
Yeah.
With Garfinkel. Yeah, we did. Okay. Yep, the Dunbar, me, Michael Lloyd, and Keith, we did well up there. We used to stay up there extra weeks and just be camp counselors. We didn't have to pay we used to have to clean up the cafeteria after breakfast and lunch and dinner. That was our fee.
Okay.
One time I stayed there like a month straight.
That's what's up.
I was drained. I was drained after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all them experiences made you who you are, and got you prepared for everything that came behind that.
Right.
So you go into your senior year, and I was one of them guys. I used to get the publication of the Street and Smiths, all the little magazines used to come out preseason, and I'm looking. And it got Dunbar #1. So y'all was #1 at the start of your senior season and wrote it all the way out.
Correct.
So talk about that senior run,
Coming to the senior year, like you said, we was like, well, this is our chance. You know what I'm saying? People might think we had a lot of pressure. Only pressure was to prepare, and we was already prepared, like I say, playing in the summertime here in Baltimore back then. As high school players, playing adult men's league. Not just it was guys in NBA, guys in the top colleges. You know what I'm saying? Then there was just so much talent here in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Then also playing with Cuddy, with Jeremiah, the Urban Coalition as a young buck. Me and my cousin, one of the only 2 high school players at that time, was playing. And not just playing. We was playing. We wasn't getting the ball, but we was playing defense, rebounding, running the floor. When you had Kurt, Muggs, and Sam on the team, you ain't too many shots. You got to find your role and learn how to play. And playing with Sam and Kurt over there, that also helped me a lot.
Yeah.
And when they got more confident in me, that's when I was to get them one-on-one them playouts. It went from the low box to mid post to the wing. When I used to give him the ball on the wing, and he's like, "Yo, get out of his way." I was like, "Wow!" I made it.
Yeah.
Right there, Sam. Let me say that he can't guard him. What? Somebody like that and Kurt them giving you some praise.
Yeah,
that's hard, man.
Yeah, that's
tough.
That's
hard, man.
That's tough.
Get some praise from them. You better. That's hard because they hard. It's just their mentality, just how they play.
Yeah,
I respect it because they teaching us.
Yeah,
ain't nothing gonna be. You got to go earn it. Like just gonna give you nothing. You just don't walk out here and think you're gonna earn and get your shots. No, play D first.
Right.
And that's why I respect them for that. I tell Kurt that all the time. I wouldn't even speak to Kurt, like intimidated Kurt. He'd be laughing at me. He's like, man, he was my guy. I said, I know that. I said, but guess what, Kurt? Yeah, I knew you, but we wasn't in conversations like that. I was a young boy, so I definitely wasn't in you and Sam in them conversations. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Me, I'm looking up to y'all.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
So y'all, so you know that. So the whole senior year is all about finishing number one. You know, We came in number one, and the goal is to finish number one. You know, so you know y'all like say you usually play the national schedule early, right?
Right.
The national part of the schedule y'all usually play that like between November, December.
Right.
Maybe
Ours was
January.
just spread out. Ours was spread out.
So what kind of tournaments did y'all go to that year? Like where were some of them tournaments
We
y'all
went to
what's
that Ilani Prep Classic in Hawaii.
Hawaii.
We played the one up Towson.
Mm-hmm.
I forget the name of that. Charm City Classic.
Charm City Classic, yeah.
The Myrtle Beach one in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
We played in the I don't know if it was the Coca-Cola shootout out in Missouri. Where the St. Louis Blues, the hockey team, play at.
Yeah.
We played they played in their old Coliseum.
Okay.
They had the team played before us was Corliss Williams High School team from Arkansas.
Okay.
And we played against for Sean. I think from Missouri.
Yeah, it was like St. Louis area or something.
Yeah, man. It wasn't even close, man. It wasn't even close.
So
we got a chance to go to that courthouse. There was a famous courthouse out there. Matter of fact, Scholastic Sports America did they did a little clip with us in that courthouse. Forget the name of that courthouse. It was by the Arch. We stayed downtown by the Arch.
Okay.
But, it was cold out there. I remember all that. But when we played with Sean, it was a whole town team. I mean, it was packed out there, close to like 10,000.
Yeah.
It wasn't even close.
How them fans treat y'all?
They was on the outside. They was like in shock. You know, they was the ones up in that area just beating everybody and stuff like that. So they never seen something like that before.
Yeah.
Once again, like I said, Mike probably had about 10 dunks that game.
What he picking pockets and
man, he was doing it all. Man, that's Mike.
So look, I seen a videotape. I used to work with this dude about around 1991. He was with the Poet Follows. He used to go to all y'all games. Wherever where y'all played at, he was gone.
Mm-hmm.
He had a videotape when y'all scrimmaged against the team from Russia.
Oh yeah,
like the Russian national team or something.
Up Morgan, it was up Morgan.
Yeah, it was up Morgan. He gave.
I don't know if that was their national team. It wasn't good.
Yeah, because I know y'all crushed them.
Yeah.
But he was telling me about it before he gave it to me. He said, man, the coaches was jumping around all excited. Every time somebody did something, they coaches was like cheering for y'all.
Right. So I doubt if that was their national team.
Yeah. Y'all ran them out the gym real quick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like I was at the I saw y'all play against Simon Gratz. I saw y'all play against St. Anthony's with Roderick Rose and them y'all senior year.
Right.
I remember seeing Dana Dingle play. I don't know if he played against y'all or he was just up there at the Towson.
We played did we play them? I think we played them the first night, St. Ray's.
I remember seeing him up there. I don't know if I seen him play against y'all or somebody else.
Yeah.
But I do remember seeing him up there.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, then like I said, I went to quite like the Dunbar late games, the Southern, when y'all played Walbrook down in the arena, when y'all finally got the national championship.
Right.
So then y'all got a a billboard.
Right.
You know, I remember riding, I don't even remember what street I was riding up. Was it
over here by Pulaski Highway, the beginning of Pulaski Highway, off of like
like Moravia.
Yeah, no, it's on this side, over this way.
I remember seeing it. I can't remember where I saw it. I just remember riding up and seeing
we had a billboard.
Yeah, I remember saying that. So again, y'all on top of the world. You know what I'm saying? Y'all the national champs. You know, pretty much y'all run the city.
Mm-hmm.
What does that feel like when you finally accomplish the goal you set as freshmen coming into Dunbar? Yo, we gonna be national champ. We gonna get a band up on this wall. What's that feeling?
It was an unbelievable feeling because it was something that, you know, we set out to do. We didn't know if we was gonna be able to do it, but we done it.
Yeah.
You know, and just that grind, that's what, you know, make it even better. You know, people doubting you and stuff like that. You know, that's all part of the grind. That's gonna make up your mental makeup. And when we did it, it was just like, whew, it's over with. You know, like I said, we always was confident, but you know, it was a goal that we wanted as coming into Dunbar, man. That's something, man, Michael always set for ourselves. We knew at least we'd have a chance to go to school, give us a chance.
So now, I mean, y'all forever in history down Dunbar, you know, national champions, 1992.
Right.
We
on the wall now.
On the wall forever.
Right.
On the wall forever.
Right.
So you ended up at UMass.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But what was your recruitment like? What other schools was you looking at?
It was like every day was phone calls. You getting letters, it's different schools. But like my main schools that I visit, because like I said, I had letters from everywhere. I visit Ohio State. I visit UMass. I visit St. John. Lou Carter II came into my house on Chase Street, Chase and Lakewood.
Mm-hmm.
My guys was outside looking like somebody knocked on the door like, hey, there's certain guys outside asking questions about you. They came in, I'm like, man, y'all don't see that's the coach. That's Lou Carter II. You got the St. John stuff on and everything. That's the coach. The man's in the limo. You know what I'm saying? So everybody was all at ease. But I said Clemson, man. Mike visited Clemson together. Devin Gray was on the team down there. Devin Gray,
my guy.
Yeah,
my
Devin
guy.
Gray was tough.
My
also
guy
was down there. Sean Tyson was still down there taking classes at the time. Yeah, he was double boss. Sean, yeah. It was some stories about Sean.
You gotta tell them off air.
Say it again.
Tell them stories when we off air.
Right.
So how now I remember Ohio State was on you. I remember saying Randy Ayers at one of y'all games. I think it was up Morgan.
It was at Dunbar because I flew out with him the next day to go to visit Ohio State.
I remember seeing him at a game. Yeah, I remember seeing him at a game.
Yep. After the game, matter of fact, it was raining that day. It was raining that night after the game. Man, I was scared. It was on the plane. I could put my hand on both sides, touch both sides of the plane. It was so small, man. It's only like 4 people. Me and the other 3 coaches and the 2 pilots.
Wow.
Yeah, man. But it was nice though.
So how close was you going there?
Huh?
You was gonna go to Ohio State?
Yeah. I was gonna go there. Yeah. My host was Jim Jackson.
I kind of remember Ohio State was like one of the top.
It was the top school at the time. Yep.
Yeah, I kind of remember that. And I remember watching. Remember on Sundays the Big Ten games used to come on like ABC.
Yep. Yeah.
And I remember watching. I seen you in the crowd.
Yeah, I think they played Michigan at the time.
I know it was a big game.
Yeah, it was Michigan. They played Michigan. Yeah, I
remember seeing. I was like, "Damn, they go bright in the crowd."
Yeah, that was called the shoe something. The shoe. No, forgot the name of that old arena, but it was small, but it was nice though. But
yeah,
just to see the way Jim Jackson them guys was living, especially Jim Jackson, how he was living.
Yeah,
it's crazy, man. And he was the man. He was Mr. Columbus.
Yeah, I already know.
Yeah,
Jim Jackson, tough.
Yeah,
tough.
Yeah.
So you end up going to UMass.
Yeah,
with a young Coach Cal. You know, he wasn't the Coach Cal we all know today. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He wasn't the Cal we know today. He was a young up and coming coach at that time.
Trying to get somewhere like everybody else.
Trying to get there. And UMass was not the UMass that it became while y'all was there.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
They was on the rise.
They
was on the rise. They beat Syracuse. Yeah, they beat Syracuse in the tournament.
So what?
That's what I was like. I seen that. I was like, they had. I was like, okay. And this crazy part, Coach Billy Bano, the former coach of Vegas, who coached Sean Marion, he was assistant coach. He used to be down here all the time.
Yeah.
all the time. He used to come down to my park. We down at the park at Bojack. He used to beat me in front of my homeboys.
Oh yeah. That's
I was
tough.
like, I gotta get myself together. This is a college coach. I mean, he was young. He was young too, but he was still hooping. 1-2
Yeah.
dribbles. That's all we can get. Max, showing me stuff, man. I built a great bond with him, even still to this day. I still communicate with him. He in China right now. He doing something with the NBA borders. He a professional trainer. He train a lot of NBA guys, man. He just somebody I always stayed in contact with. He helped me get a job in Mexico. One of my last seasons I played, I was out in Vegas when he was coaching. I was out there training for like a whole month. He got me a job out there, man. Like I said, that's my guy.
Yeah.
Coach Baino, yeah. He's the reason why I went to UMass. Because I was going to go to prep school, Maine Central Institute. Somehow they got a hold of my mother. Like they didn't want me to go there because if I get my score, I might be going to another school. But it all worked out. It helped me. Like I said, sitting out probably is one of the. It hurt me, but it's probably one of the best things that happened to me.
Yeah. So you talked about that in the beginning.
Right.
You go to UMass. You was a Prop 48.
Right.
Which means you didn't get the SAT scores. Was it the SAT
Right.
or so your SAT scores?
I had my GPA was good. My SATs, I didn't get the correct number.
Okay. All right. So you decided, all right, I ain't going to prep. I ain't going to JUCO. I'm gonna just go. What's that decision like? You know what I'm saying?
It was hard, man.
You hooping. You a hooper. So you going up there. You can't play. You got to sit out.
It was hard, man.
Talk to me about that decision.
It was hard, man. At first, I didn't feel it during the preseason because I could do the preseason workouts. I didn't feel it. When Midnight Madness hit, man, I was done. I went to Midnight Madness, but I didn't want to go.
Right.
You didn't, I didn't know what the students, how they was going to perceive me, what they was going to say because I was a Prop 48. You got all different thoughts in your head.
Right.
And then you just feel alone. Feel like everybody just watching you because your name all over everywhere in the school. Everybody know who you is. What you supposed to be. This and that. You're gonna help the team. Then you got to sit out and come into the games and stuff. I should just sit in my little corner, just suck it up, cheer the guys. And I just can't wait till I get out there. I just can't wait till I get out there. But the biggest battle is the first month or two, leaving Baltimore, going to Amherst, Massachusetts, knowing you're going to sit out.
Yeah.
That hurdle right there. A lot of guys, what they do, Kenny? They come back home.
Come back home, yeah.
They was betting on me. It was people betting on me thinking I was going to come back home.
Yeah.
It was so much thrown my way, man. It was just crazy, man. So all that stuff just helped me. And like I say, man, I got through it. And like I say, and UMass was great, man. I ain't got nothing bad to say about UMass.
So another thing that I'll touch on, because I know a little bit about you. So I know that you was navigating being a father as well.
Yeah, I had 2 kids
during that time.
I had 2 kids in high school.
What is that like? You know what I'm saying? You are a high school All-American, so you got all of this here, but then over here, it's real life happening. You know what I'm saying? Which and a lot of people probably don't even know that. But like I said, you are Donta Bright. You on Dunbar. Y'all number 1.
Right.
To everybody on the outside, you got it made. But like I say, over here, you got real life happening.
It was real struggles, man.
Yeah.
Been on child support in high school.
Come on, baby.
It was real struggles, bro.
Come on, man.
That's why, everybody like, why you was so quiet? I was so quiet because I knew how to mask it. Yeah. And the inside, I was torn down.
Yeah.
Not because I had no kids. It's like I'm a kid with kids, with 2 kids, not one, with 2 kids.
Right.
On the other side, you look on the paper, I'm this supposed, you know what I'm saying? Then it's like, you got to come back home. Reality hit, man. Man, it was a lot of crying. Like I said, I praise my mom, my sister. You know what I'm saying? With a lot of support. Man, it was a lot of crying nights for me.
I can imagine.
You young, you don't know if you want to go here, you want to go there. Then you hear these 2 kids crying.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ain't got no money in your pocket.
Right.
You know, sometimes I got support, you know. R.I.P. to my man Ronald, you know, one of the guys in the neighborhood I played on his basketball team, you know what I'm saying? He took to me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I was fortunate. You know what I'm saying? My mom, she always used to work. You know, my father, you know, he was doing, you know, different stuff, ended up moving to Texas. You know, so even though I was playing ball, man, I was lost, man.
Mm-hmm.
I was really lost. But
and
I just
see,
needed go ahead.
But that's something too. That's a testament, because a lot of time, man, we don't really understand what people are going through. We only see what we see,
Right.
and we want our heroes to always be our heroes, and we want them to be these bigger than life people. You know what I'm saying? But behind them closed doors, man, they got real stuff going on. You know, you got real life happening. Like, you know what I'm saying? You was, like you said, you was 17, 18 years old with not
2
one but 2 kids. You know what I'm saying?
On
child support. And then with everybody on the outside got all these expectations of you, that you supposed to do this and that on the basketball court. And you supposed to, like you say, you got to always put your face on. It's got to always be good. And nobody give a damn about your struggles. You always got to put that face on, like, but to make it out of that, you know what I'm saying, and not losing yourself, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
And like you say, you grew up in an area where you see people falling off every day,
right, daily,
or people making the wrong decision. You know what I mean, trying to beat the situation, trying to come up out of something, and they make that left turn and they never recover from it. You know what I'm saying? And you was able to. And I'm sure, like you said, you just gave your mom some props. Like, you had your family, you had a support system that was able to help you to stay on the track, to at least ride out your basketball dream and see where that was going to take you.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, it's a lot of people that don't have that support.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't even know your mom, but I'll give your mom props, and your sister, like you mentioned, mom and your sister.
Right.
Just for holding you down and helping you through that time. Because I know it had to be rough.
I always tell my sister, Ken, I always call her my big sister, even though she's younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's big respect, you know, but my mom, you know, just to see her just work. Nobody give her anything. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what she went through when she was growing up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know a lot of stuff that she went through, but just to see her fight, you know, work these jobs, 3 and 4 jobs and stuff, man, that shit was real, bro.
Yeah.
I got to be home, you know, sometimes with my 2 kids and my 2 younger sisters while I'm in high school, man, that shit was real, bro. A lot of crying, man. A lot of real tears. Like I felt like I failed. Like, let people down, let my moms down and stuff like that. Man, crazy thoughts always in your head. I'm a kid, you know what I'm saying? It was wild. And me getting out of Baltimore was like I said, that was the best thing, man. Like you said, because I got friends in all walks of life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? My friends are my friends, you know, but with me, no matter what you doing, that's not my business.
Right.
You know, I never was nosy. Yeah, I know what's going on, but I never was nosy, never signifying and said, what. No, that wasn't my style. A lot of times when the crowd got thick, I moved. I went home.
Yeah.
Just walked off.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I never been in trouble with the law, nothing like that. Never was out here, like, getting my mom beating her last name down and stuff like that, man. Like you said, I always showed everybody respect. I don't care the dope fan. I don't care. I'm always giving you respect. I'm always speaking. And I helped so many people in this neighborhood, man. I don't even talk about it.
Right.
People be wondering how you sit around, you talk to this person, man. You don't know what this person is going through. You don't know Al Bond.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, that's my way of giving back, because they be like, you don't have to be around here. You right, I don't, but I'm around here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm some type of light to somebody.
Right. For sure. For sure. So, but I much respect to you, bro, for even overcoming, that part of it, because I know that would have broke a lot of people. You know
Man,
what I'm saying?
that
Would have
wasn't
broke a
even,
lot of
man.
people, man.
I also my guys in Boston, Aggie
Mm-hmm.
McCray and Frankie Patton, they like brothers. They like brothers to me, but they best friends.
Yeah.
One played at UTEP, and one was a legend, a street legend in basketball, but he can really hoop.
Yeah.
Them guys like my brothers, they done been out here to Baltimore. When I lived in Atlanta, Frank used to come down to Atlanta. When I go to Boston, I stay at Aggie McCray house. I stay at his house with his kids and his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Frankie, that's the godfather to his two daughters.
Right.
So, that's a bond. And they basketball guys, you know what I'm saying? I respect them guys so much because when I lost everything in Boston, when I met them, they took me in. Aggie one started taking me to the Reggie Lewis Center to get back into basketball. Hey, and Fred, he's telling me, man, I said, you one of my guys. He used to watch you at UMass. He used to tell me everything about what we did the final 4 year, junior year, and stuff like that. Man, like I said, I'm always like they my guys, and I told him I was gonna give him a shout out. And also, Aggie got a Bangtown Panther program that we started. I asked him to get a program started. That was my way of paying him back.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like 3 years in a row, I was going to bed for 5 weeks in the summertime, just grinding it out his program with him. Just getting it off the ground. Now it's off the ground, man. So like I said, I told him I was gonna give him a shout out over here tonight.
That's it. I used to see you post when you was going up there too.
Yep.
I remember you posting about that.
Yeah, yep.
Let's talk about your UMass run. You did, so you played 3 years up there. I remember you got an opportunity to play against Maryland with your cousin.
Right.
How many times did y'all play against each other? One or two?
No, they beat us in the tournament in Wichita, Kansas. We beat them down at what was that arena called before the old arena they played in the Bullets? The USA Arena.
Changed the name. Down at Civic Center. Down to. I went down there.
I don't forget the name. We beat them over there.
Yeah.
I beat them in Springfield, Massachusetts, and also beat them down the arena, down the Baltimore arena. So I beat them like 3 times.
Okay.
And my cousin beat me once.
Yeah, I guess about last year I found the game where y'all played down the arena on YouTube.
Right.
I watched that one. Was Joe Smith was gone when y'all played down the arena, right?
No, Joe Smith was there.
He was there. He was there for that one.
Yeah, he was there.
I remember watching. I watched it on YouTube about a year or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of had forgot that y'all played at the arena.
Yeah.
Down there. Yep. So what's that like? Y'all two, man. Y'all first cousins. Y'all grew up together, and now y'all D1 players getting to play against each other. What is that like? What is those conversations like leading up to it?
It wasn't much conversation. We was trying to win. It wasn't teammates no more. We was enemies now. Seriously, man, we trying to win. It's not about it's bragging rights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's that competitive nature that we got. For us playing each other, taking us back to we was younger. That's all. Now we home together. Two D1 players from the same family playing back home. Then I got a chance to practice at Dunbar.
Yeah.
The night before the game, came back home, went to my barber, got my hair cut and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, only thing next was just go out there and win the game. Coach Kyle was so nervous; he was thinking I was going to have a bad game. I ended up with a double-double and we won. So that was cool. Like I said, the family got to see me.
Yeah.
Some friends and stuff. The first time playing. Well, not the first time playing the arena, but just being back in the arena playing. I lost I think I lost one time in that arena. I think my freshman year? Sophomore year, Southern beat us. Yep, Southern beat us down there.
Southern.
When they had Adam Johnson and them. Yep, they beat us down in the arena. The Metro Classic.
That when Tony D was on there.
Yep, Tony. Rest in peace to Tony and
Yep,
Alfonso.
Tony.
Yep.
Yeah, I seen that one. What you great say, Dean?
Yeah, I was just wondering, man, when y'all came down to play Maryland. I mean, I know your family, man. You and Booth's family, man. I know they had to be crazy, man, seeing y'all down there coming to that game.
Yeah, I mean, everybody was happy. I think the city was happy. You know what I'm saying? You bring in big time college basketball players and 2 homegrown kids from East Baltimore playing the same high school team that grew up together. And that was great for the city, man. They was letting the other kids hear, the guys behind us, that I'm like, no, this can be y'all. You know, like how Reggie Laws to Sam's and them was inspirations to us. You know, we was doing the same thing for the next group.
That was big. When y'all came and played each other down there, man. That was big.
Yeah.
The whole city, man, was on fire for that.
Yeah, they knew it was going to be a war too. Then there was a lot of Maryland fans down here too. You know, they was a lot of upset. There was a lot of people was upset with me that, you know, I didn't go to Maryland. You know, I just told them the circumstance that I had. You know.
So was Maryland trying to get you? Coming out of high school?
Not really.
Not really.
Not too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple letters, couple calls. Yeah.
I know it was a big deal when Turk went down there.
Yeah.
You know, being the first one since Ernie Graham from Baltimore. Right. I remember it was a real big deal.
Yeah, he tried. He got a lot of flack for that, but he made the best decision for him. I think it turned out great. Yeah. His number retired down there.
Yeah, I was just down there a couple weeks ago when they got blown out by Purdue.
It's different now. It's different now, man.
Yeah. So, you know, so top, just before we get to the Final Four, just your overall UMass experience. You know, you say you grew up, you know, having to sit out that first year kind of grew you up. It made you kind of look at life a little different because you couldn't hoop. You know, that's the first time you actually couldn't hoop on that level. So you got to basically hoop with the students. You know what I'm saying? Right. The guys, they just there going to get an education.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, you grew up, then you got an opportunity to go and play. Just tell me about the UMass experience. Even playing for Coach Cal.
You got to have thick skin to play for Cal.
Yeah.
Because, man, he aiming for perfection, and we not perfect.
Right.
See, he's trying to get you to push yourself more than what you think you can push yourself. You know, sometimes, you know, some coaches be scared to push those buttons.
Right.
You ain't gonna never know what you got inside you if you don't never have them buttons touched before. Because once again, he was trying to get somewhere, and the only way was to just fight. You had that fighting mentality and just to get better. Each day get better at something. Accepting your role. Accepting coaching. He told you know, you may not get the shots that you think. You may not get 15 shots a game. You may not get a shot in the game.
Right.
What can you do to help this team?
You
know what I'm saying? So I kind of understood his method, you know what I'm saying? But I always had the confidence in myself, though, regardless.
Right.
Regardless.
Right.
I knew I can hoop. I should tell the guys out there, I said, I've been through this rodeo. It's like high school.
Yeah.
I've been through it.
Yeah. So you got an opportunity to play with Marcus Camby.
Right.
Who went on to become a lottery pick. And that we played about 15 years in the league.
About 15, 16 years in the league.
So what was playing with a guy like that like for you?
Man, it was great. Yeah, it helped take pressure off me, and I helped him take pressure off of him because with him now it's reverse roles. Now it's like he's just I'm a role player. You know what I'm saying? He's the star player. You know, and like I said, sit down, you know, just to talking to him like, man, you got players, you know. You got players on. I done played against Dana Dingle, Tyrone Weeks before. You know, them guys can hoop. You know what I'm saying? Just he's from Connecticut. So Connecticut like a 45 minutes, an hour drive from UMass. So I don't know if he knew how to deal with the pressure, but with me going through that, I think it kind of helped him. And I was like, man, you just be who Marcus Camby is. We got your back. And it showed when he fell out for 4 games. everybody, my average went up like 5 points. Everybody average went up, and we still stayed number one while he was out. That was hard. When your number one player, your lottery pick, leave,
Yeah.
For like a week and a half, and we still stayed number one. We played majority of the games was on the road.
Wow.
And we stayed number one until he came back. When he came back, you know what I'm saying? We passed the keys right back to him and went right back into our road with that much more confidence.
Yeah. So was that your senior year?
That was my senior year.
That was the senior year.
Yeah.
And that's the year y'all get to the Final Four.
Correct.
And y'all lost to Kentucky.
That episode that you just talked about, to me, that just kind of, that's kind of like who you are. It's like you there with him. He the star player. You getting your 14, 15 points a game and doing what you're doing, and you're glued to the team and you're a main component to the team. But he go out for 5 games or so, and you average 26, 27 points a game. Yeah. You average 8 rebounds a game while this dude is out. Y'all win every game. He come back, and you fall back into your role, scoring 14, 15 a game. To me, that's who you are. A dude that ain't super thirsty for the attention, a dude that know how to play team ball. But when it's all said and done, when you need to step up, you step up. And everything that you talked about, to me, when Big Kenny brought up your kids, when you talked about the crying of your kids, you talk about walking to school with Mike Lloyd and all this kind of stuff, and all that you've been through, that little episode right there at UMass, to me, that shows who you really are right there. Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Tough.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Tough.
It's just, I don't know. It's just something from like a kid. I don't know where. That's just what it was. You know what I'm saying? I should tell my guys that when I used to come home, like, man, I don't want y'all to think I'm better than y'all. Cause I'm coming right back to. I'm gonna be back here saying, y'all. They was like, you never change. You never change.
Yeah.
I ain't no better than you. I grew up around here, so I know what it's like. It just so happened that I did something pretty well for somebody to take a chance and give me a scholarship, to give me a chance to go to school. You know what I'm saying? I failed my SATs. I had 2 kids, so it's like I had some of the same problems that everybody in this neighborhood was having.
Yeah.
I had problems too, but people put me on a different pedestal, and I didn't like that.
Right.
I really didn't like that because I had struggles when I was in college. You know what I'm saying?
That's rare though, man. That's real. That's
You're
rare.
in college on child support.
Rare.
You can't work. Come on, man. That's crazy, man.
That's a rare spirit, man. That's a rare spirit to have for a All-American ball player. You was all Atlantic 10 that year. You got this Dunbar thing going, and that's rare for somebody to have a spirit like that. It's rare, and it's real rare today. It was just as rare back then, though, man. I commend you for that spirit that you carry.
I appreciate it. And that all goes, like you said,
don't never let that go.
If I be here today, man. No, if I did, I swear I wouldn't be here today, man. That's why I say I'm forever grateful of my guys in Boston, man. Eggy and Frankie, man. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Eggy and Frankie.
Yeah.
Hope y'all watching. Get these kudos y'all getting, man. That's what's up, man. Because you don't come across people like that, and it's usually we expect certain people that will step up like that. Like I say, these are we look at dudes from the Sandlot a certain way.
Right.
These guys you didn't grow up with at all.
Right.
These guys you met later in life.
Right.
But they forever friends. Brothers
forever
for real.
friends, man. Yeah, they
brothers
real friends. They more like brothers, man. They've been here. They done slept in this house in here. You know what I'm saying? So they my guys.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. Shout out to them, man. That's what's up. Now, I've always said this because I remember watching the game like it was yesterday. if you didn't foul out of that damn Kentucky game, man, I think y'all would have got them.
And that was a bogus call. He wasn't strong. That's all I'm gonna say. That was a good rebound.
I remember watching that, and I remember when you fouled out, and I was like, "Come on, man!" Right? It was definitely a bogus call. It was some BS.
But at the same time,
Kentucky was tough.
Yeah. Or what? They was the best team in the country.
Kentucky was tough.
No, they was more than tough.
I believe y'all would have got them if you didn't foul out of the game.
I believe that should have been a championship game. We shouldn't have played Kentucky. We just beat them early in the year. Why should we play them? They should be on the other side.
Right.
Because you did who you wanted. Listen, you wanted Syracuse and Kentucky sound better than Mississippi State and UMass.
Right.
Like the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And I remember that. Yeah, Mississippi State and Syracuse, because John Wallace went off. And what was the dude Mississippi State had that was tough?
Dante Jones. They had
Dante Jones, and then they had that. Yeah.
Yep, they had two pros. Yep, 2 first rounders. Yep.
Yeah, them were some good times, man. College basketball is not the same as it was once upon a time. I still watch, but I guess because the players move.
I like certain players. I like certain players. I like to see certain players. But for us teams, I can watch like Arkansas, because of Cal. Mm-hmm. I can watch Houston. I can watch Duke.
Houston tough.
Because they play their teams.
Yeah.
And Houston remind us of my UMass team. You know what I'm saying? They remind me of the UMass team where they play defense, where they compete.
It's like Kelvin Sampson out there, right?
Yep. You got one superstar and a bunch of guys that's going to play their roles around a superstar.
So you got after your college career, you was an invite to the Nets camp, right?
Right.
And was that when Cal took that job?
Yeah.
When he was the coach?
Yeah.
So what was that experience like for you? Because I know you was one of the last cuts.
Yeah, it was good. I got to see how they operate. I got to see how the business operate firsthand. Yeah. So like I said, it was good. It was good and bad. I was stung for like a month. I was just like, for real? I was like confused, like what? What? You know what I'm saying? But nah, that's my guy though, man. Like I said, man, he helped me in so many different ways. Like I said, it wasn't for him and the other part about how to take care of your body, how to refuse to lose. I couldn't do what I'm doing today.
Right.
That's all. Like I said, that's my guy. I respect Coach Cal a lot. Today's birthday too. Happy birthday, Coach.
Happy birthday, Coach Cal. Yeah, that's what's up. So you played some pro ball. Where are some of the places you played at?
I played in Belgium. I played in Finland. I played in Mexico. I played in Sweden. I played in Germany. I played in the summertime down in Honduras.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So what was those experiences like?
It was good. I mean, I like Belgium was good. Finland was great. Germany was good. Mexico was all right. I was in Querétaro. That was like the 4th biggest city. Remember that guy I played in the NBA named Reggie Jordan? He was a guard, left-handed. Yeah, he was my teammate.
Okay.
Also, I played in Argentina once I got cut from the Nets. I went to Commodore. I flew from here to LaGuardia, from LaGuardia 13 hours straight to Argentina. Me and Thomas Jordan had the same agent. You want to play at Lake Clifton?
Oh, yeah.
We had the same agent. He was playing on the best team over there. And so I had Art Long was my center, was my other American who played at Cincinnati, 6'8", 6'9", post player, played in the NBA. I had a great time. But Belgium and Finland, it was straight. I like Belgium. I like Finland the best though.
Okay. All right. So at what point did you decide it's time to stop chasing the dream and figure out what the next move is?
I stopped chasing the dream when I went overseas. When I got cut, I'm like, man, I ain't for this no more. Man, you don't get no legit shot. Man, I ain't. Come on. Even with I went to my CBA team, we had a bunch of NBA, ex-NBA players. Man, I told the coach to cut me so I can go overseas, man.
Yeah.
Like, man, I don't want to play on this team because the coach trying to get to the NBA, the water boy trying to get to the NBA, man. Like, man, I ain't for all this. Man, they'll cut me. I ain't gonna have no bad name, and I'm going overseas. And then my agent, you know, it was like I was down with the same agency with Grant Hill and them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like probably one of the lowest ones on the total poll because within the agency, you got different guys for different guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't one of them main guys. You know, they had some big time guys under that same agency. And I don't think my guy told us, man, you not working. I told him he wasn't working for me, right, man. Because I had great college tape and stuff like that, man. So I told him, I was like, man, you know, I'm a couple more. That's why I told you, Coach Banos, my assistant who was coaching at Vegas, he got me the job in Mexico. I just let him go, man. Yeah. I wouldn't even say his name. Like you said, he was good for a minute. Then after a while, I'm like, man, come on, man. You working for the next guy. You ain't working for
Right. So you stopped playing, and what's those next few years like for you?
Just
I know you said you bounced
do.
around. You know, I know you said you bounced around from Boston back here. You lived
I was
in Georgia
working
for a minute.
I was working. No, at that time, no, I was working in group homes and stuff, man. But I was kind of like frustrated because I stopped at an early age. I still could have been playing until like 35. You know what I'm saying? I stopped when I was like 20. I was 29. You know what I'm saying? I still was in shape. I still can hoop, but I just got discouraged. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then I just like, no, I got to make the move, go back to Boston. I went to Boston the first time. And I was like, I lost everything. And that's when I just got back into basketball. I ain't touched the ball. I wasn't watching basketball. I ain't played basketball. Nothing. It's like I had to rebuild myself. You know, so, and that's what you get today. You know what I'm saying? That's what you get today. I love
Coach
Donta. Yeah, I love Ben.
And
Would you just say Coach Donta?
What the kids call you? What they calling you these days?
They call me Coach.
Coach.
Yeah.
So when Glennie had said, hey, you know, you had worked this nephew out. Remember I brought my nephew to you?
Huh?
Darian, remember I brought my nephew to you? Because he only came one time.
He quit too.
He only came one time. But see, the thing was, I wasn't going to keep bringing him.
Right.
I was like, his father was going to have to be the one to kind of keep him going. I said, I'm going to introduce you and show you. You know what I'm saying? That if you want to keep going, they're going to have to do it. I had other stuff going on.
Right.
You know, and I guess they didn't stick with it. But
no, I mean,
you was over there at Northeast Middle School then.
That's when I first started.
So I brought him over there to you. I brought him over there to you.
First started. That was my first gym, Northeast Middle. I was working in there, and the principal asked me. She found that I did basketball and stuff. She actually put a program together for the kids in the school, you know, and I did that. You know, we was about to start out middle school basketball, then the kids quit. I mean, they wasn't for that conditioning and getting better. They just wanted to play.
They want to play, yeah.
At first, it was just a fitness class, you know, because you try to use the fitness part to have so they can have a clear head, because you never know what the next kid going through in this household. You know what I'm saying? So they need an outlet. It went from that to like, well, let's put a basketball team together. Then they just stopped. Then she allowed me to use the gym to train.
I got some video. When I find it, I'm gonna tag you in it. I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, he was probably was in middle school then. Darian about 25 now, 20.
Right. I'm quite sure. When you said Northeast Middle, that was moons ago. Yeah. That was my first gym.
Yeah. So when I find it, I'm gonna send it to you. You know, man, because that was some years ago. So you definitely you doing the training now. You know, anytime somebody asks me, you the first name to come to mind. And
thanks, bro.
I always, you know, I sent somebody to you recently. I don't know if they ever stuck or not, but you know, I sent them your way. Like I say, when I see it, because I see what you're doing. You know, like you post the videos when you working the kids out, you train them and whatever.
Right.
And you don't take it light on them. You push them. You know what I'm saying? Which again, a lot of kids really can't handle that part of it, because a lot of kids take stuff so personal. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? It's like, yo, you just trying to get the best out of them. You know what I mean? You trying
That's
to get,
it.
you see something in them that they don't even know that they got. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And you just trying to push them to get to whatever level it is that they can ultimately reach. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And so like I say, I've been knowing you shit over 30 years now. You know what I'm
Correct.
saying? And
Correct.
like I say, we was talking the other day, it's always been just mutual respect, right from the beginning. And
Yeah,
so
correct.
I'm the type, if you doing what you're doing, if I know somebody that need that service, I'm gonna send them your way.
Man,
You know
I
what I mean? Like I
appreciate that.
say, and really, it's up to them whether they want to
Mhm.
use your service or not. But like I say, you one of the first ones I always think of when people ask, do you know somebody that's doing training or whatever? So so for sure, man, I see the videos, I see what you're doing, and I always respect what you do for the kids, man. And I know it's coming from a good place. You know what I'm saying? I know
Right.
you're doing it from the heart, and
Right.
and you trying to give them, basically the
What was
fundamentals
taught
and the
to me,
foundation that you
what I
got.
learned,
Exactly.
what I learned through my passion.
Exactly.
Because how could I still be in Baltimore and not give what I learned or what I was taught while I was playing ball through my travels? That would be selfish.
Mm-hmm.
It's more or less my basketball training is life skills, man.
Yeah.
It's a life skill, man.
Yeah.
Structure, put some structure, hard work, commitment.
Indeed.
That's why I look at that. But for that, if you're consistent, you're gonna grow. I don't care what you do in life.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, man. So we've been doing this for 2 hours.
Yeah.
I know we gotta get up and work in the morning and all that stuff.
Right.
But anything you want to close out with? Anything you want to say to
one
the
quick
people?
thing I want to run past you. Can you imagine if you was coming out of high school today with
Man, I don't even like
NFL
talking about that.
Can you imagine how much money they be throwing your way? It'd be
Yeah, I know, right? Time. Everything's about timing.
Timing, man. Timing. You'd be a millionaire playing at UMass or wherever you would have went. They'd have been throwing some big money at you. And
man, it's before I got to UMass.
Right. You wouldn't right. And then the last thing I want to ask you, as you look back on your basketball journey, and it's still going on now, but your past, and I mean, it's so. I mean, you're a legend, man. I mean, we talking about first player of the year as a sophomore. I mean, high school All-American, McDonald's All-American, walking on that floor with Jason Kidd and Harrington, Tony Delk, and all them guys, man. And Atlantic 10 first team, made the first team, MVP up in the Philly. All the things you were saying, Gatorade Player of the Year, McDonald's, all these things, Dunbar, national championship. When you look back on your career, is there anything that you wish you had done differently? If you had the chance.
Hit the books harder.
That's good, man. That's good. That's good. That's real good, man. And when you out here working these kids out, that got to be in their ear too. You got to put that in their ear too.
Trust me, what I just told you, everything I told you tonight, I tell the kids and I tell their parents.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's beautiful, man. Working them out, saying, hey, if I could change one thing in my career, I would have hit them books harder. That's beautiful.
That's the main thing. I always tell them books and ball. When I first started, it was called books and ball. We got so much. But I always say, what's going to happen when that sport stops? When they stop asking for your autographs, can you handle that?
Right.
When you're not on TV no more, when you're not in the light no more, can you handle that? Can you still be that presence when you come around? My head gonna always be up high.
That's what's up.
Hey, Big Kenny, ain't that what Big John? Big John say when the air come out the ball.
When the air come out the ball.
What you gonna do?
What's the next step? Yep, you better find your lane, a positive lane, and just be consistent and watch it grow. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. So now before you close, I'm gonna give you the floor in a second. I always whenever I see some people talking about you, whether it's online or whatever, they always say Bright top 5 dead or alive in the city. You one of them ones.
Appreciate it.
You already know how I feel about you. You already know.
Right.
Give me your 5. And you can put you in it.
I don't want to be in it. I can't be
you can leave yourself out.
I never put myself in it.
So give me your 5 Baltimore, all-time Baltimore top 5.
Man, it's
I know so many of them.
That's a tough question.
That's tough, man, because it's gonna be so many people. I'm even left out of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go with the guys that played in the league.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with the guys that touched that league. And I just seen something today where they was asking Sam. Sam was like, "Yeah, Skip Wise, he said, but he didn't touch the league, certain players."
Mm-hmm.
And Sam said, "Melo, best player ever from down here." Melo, when I seen him play, I was like, "Wow."
Yeah.
I was like, "Man, he's it."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I met him one time at Dunbar football field with Mike Lloyd, Donald, and Bebe. Shook his hand and all. It looked the same. Charisma the same. That smile was same. They was like, "Yo, he's one of them ones." I looked at him. I could just tell just how he carried himself. I was like, "Yeah, he got to be one of them ones." Then when I seen him, I was like, "Damn."
Yeah.
But no, I couldn't name no top 5. No, I would say Sam. Reggie Williams, Reggie Laws. I can't say it because I'm gonna put my cousin in there because he played in the league. Yeah, of course. He played in the league.
Yeah.
So I couldn't answer that question. But I always give the guys that played in the leagues, I give them their props for anything, for anybody.
Yeah, that's what's up. I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you. Look, I'll be asking questions till 3:00. So, guy that I know personally, he got to the league, played 16 years, 17 years in the league. Rudy Gay.
Mm-hmm.
What you think about Rudy?
Rudy was nice. We supposed to be like related,
right?
Because my father and mama, she from Turner Station.
Yeah.
We supposed to be related. I met his sisters and they was telling us and stuff like that. But I'm saying that my cousin, he's told me the same thing. But
I remember I used to coach Rudy when he was like 11, 12. And I remember them saying that Keith was their cousin.
Yeah, I know. I just heard this probably like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, I never knew what the connection was. I just always remember them saying that Keith Wu was their cousin.
Yeah, my grandmother, she's from out there.
Oh, okay. Well, that's our neck of the woods. That's where we from.
Yeah, that's why I said Turner Station. My father and mom, she's from out there. They from out that way.
Yeah, we had to talk about that one day. I might know the name. Everybody out there know everybody. So
right, I never been out there before.
Really?
I don't even know where Turner Station at.
You ain't never been to Captain Harvey's?
What is that?
They used to be out there, out Dundalk Avenue.
No, I ain't never been in there. No, I never been in there.
Yeah. We'll talk about it one day.
All right, my guy.
Boy, hey, listen. We we've been trying to do this for a minute. You know what I'm saying? We was able to pull it together, man. I'm glad you was able to come on with me tonight. Talk a little bit about your story, but I'm gonna definitely have you back. We can just talk hoops. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's fine.
We can talk hoops now.
Hopefully, I'll be coaching at a high school here soon.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you can break the news here.
Nah, I might. Something might be in the brewing.
Yeah, when you get the news, when you get it official, let us know. We can break it here.
I got you.
Coach Bright.
You got a lot to offer.
Real soon. Might be real soon.
Get that because you got a lot to offer.
Yeah.
Right now, I want it. I think it's time. I think it's overdue.
Yeah.
And I done showed people, I done showed I can take kids who didn't know how to play. then the bigger squads come get them. I got kids signing in Power 5 schools and stuff, but I don't talk about that stuff. Got kids in schools, got kids playing overseas, but I don't, I just like to work.
I'd like to see that. I'd like to see you on the sidelines.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I definitely would like to see that.
Okay.
But
If something happens, I'll let you know.
Yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to get you to you already know. I'm gonna have to get you as a producer. There's a couple people that you talked about. I want to get them up on here myself.
Okay.
Bright, Lloyd.
Maybe one time you gotta come to the training sessions, man, and see it close up.
For sure.
I'll send you my schedule.
Definitely, I'll definitely do that.
And you can bring whatever video stuff you need, commentary. You can do it right there.
Yeah,
wow. You talk to the kids. If you want to talk to the kids, you can talk to the kids. I'm cool with whatever they say.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. You already know. You ain't gotta tell me but one time.
That's why I said it to you. You know what I'm saying? You can get it from the students, my students.
Yeah, that's what's up. Where you training in now? You got a specific spot or you moving around?
I'm at the UA house. I've been there for like 5 years.
Okay, you got a UA house.
Yeah. I'm there tomorrow at 6:00, and I'm back Sunday at 9:30.
Yeah, I'm in season. I coach out Dunbar, man.
Yeah, I know. Just summertime. I'm gonna let you know, man. Something about the hat, man. I got you. All right,
because it was crazy because a couple years ago, my daughter was a softball player, and they used to practice down there. And I thought I was gonna catch you down there one of them days they was practicing
on a turf field, on a Ravens field.
They were down there. But the day we was there, you wasn't there.
Okay.
Yeah, I was, because I know you used to, like I said, I be seeing you post the videos. I know you was there certain nights during the week. And, the day I went up there, you wasn't there. I was gonna pop in on you that day. Yeah.
I definitely gonna send you the schedule, man.
All right, I appreciate it, bro.
Man, thanks for having me, man.
Joining me, man.
Bro.
Like I said, you got a hell of a story, man. You one of the best that ever did it out the city.
Man, thanks again.
And, I just wanted to take the opportunity to get you on, so you can tell it from your point of view. You know what I'm saying, and give you your props and your flowers too while you're here. You know what I mean? There's always been much respect between the two of us.
Correct.
And that ain't gonna change. You know what I mean? That ain't gonna change, man.
You the big bro. You the big bro, man.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
So anything you want to say before you get out? You know what I mean?
No, I just to all the kids that's just playing ball, playing the sports, man, just work hard, be consistent, and stay on the right path. Life's about choices, good or bad.
What's up? All right, my guy.
All right.
It's been a pleasure, brother. So we gonna be in touch, man. We'll be talking about some stuff.
Yep. I appreciate you for having me, man. Like I say, I look forward to doing it again.
For sure. We definitely gonna do it again.
All right.
All right, my guy.
All right. Y'all have a good night. All right.
Well, the legend.
Yeah, man.
Donta Bright, man, my guy.
Yeah,
that's what's up, man.
He really is a legend, man.
Yeah, ain't no doubt, man. And like I say, we've been trying to do this. We were trying to do it for a couple of years, man. Just we had a couple bumps in the road, but I knew once I reached back out, it was going to be back on.
Yeah.
And I reached out. He said, "Yeah, let's do it." So here we are. We got it done. Got Bright on, man. He told his story. Like I said, it's probably told some things that people didn't know about him.
Yeah.
And just a good dude, man.
Oh yeah,
man. Just an all around good dude, man.
Easily, that just comes out of pores.
Yeah.
Pores. I know it had to be tough to be in New Jersey's camp, the New Jersey Nets with Calipari there and not make it.
Yeah. I'm sure of that.
A little rough.
I'm sure of that. Yeah.
But he's got that right energy with him.
Mm-hmm.
That can carry him through, and he'd been through tough things. So that was just another tough thing. He handled that and then kept it moving.
Kept it pushing.
Yeah.
Well, before we get out of here,
Yeah, yeah.
You know, the Super Bowl was this week.
Well,
You know, Seattle Seahawks won. You know, we both picked it.
yeah, we were on top of that. Yeah.
You know, and full disclosure, you know, I got a text from Glennie Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
And he changed his pick.
Oh, really? What?
Yeah, he said I gotta change my pick. He said Seattle, man, the defense, I just don't see them, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, and yeah, it was good call on his part.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good call on his part. He switched it up. It was either Friday or Saturday. He texted me, he was like, "Yeah, I gotta change that pick, Kenny."
That's funny, man.
Yeah, so he got it in before the game. He ain't wait till the game started. You know how some people do. Try to wait till to see the first couple possessions and be like, nah, let me change. Like, nah, he changed it beforehand.
And defense was something, man.
Yeah, I was ready to text you, man. I said, man, you think they're gonna give him a donut?
Hey, man, I was hoping that we come score.
Yeah.
Because I to me, I mean, right now the only team I know that nobody scored on is the Ravens.
That's right. That's
defense
right.
scored the special teams, but so I wanted New England to score.
Yeah.
Man, them boys, man.
Man,
them boys are all over the place.
Yeah, I said they great. Put a donut on these boys, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What it was looking like, man. And you know, all this Brady.
Yeah.
Brady talk.
Yeah.
You know,
he killed that, didn't he?
Yeah, they destroyed that. Now, I mean, the guy got a lot of potential, and he'll bounce back from this. But he was out of whack in this game, man. He couldn't get nothing done.
Yeah, he had that look in his eyes.
Right.
Man, this ain't going my way.
Going my way, man. And I ain't even really see what you call Cardi B's baby daddy making any noise.
Yeah, I don't think I heard his name till the end.
Yeah, at the end, man, he make a couple.
He got there pushing and shoving or something, didn't
he? Yeah, right.
I was sitting there thinking, is he hurt? Is he even playing? Because I didn't hear his name, not at all.
I didn't hear his name, man.
But, you know, apparently they broke up.
Oh, really?
You know, I mean, this is the type of stuff that's being talked about now. They ain't nobody talking about the game.
Wow.
They talking about Bad Bunny.
Right.
And Cardi B was at the game and she left the game early. Then it was some sightings of one of his other baby mothers with his mother. They're all kind of nonsense, man. This TMZ type stuff.
And Cardi B had a little small piece in the Super Bowl performance.
Did she?
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed that.
It was real quick, and I was like, is that damn Cardi B there?
Yeah, I missed that.
And I heard it was her, so she had a little piece up in there.
Yeah, I missed it. Because I really wasn't even watching the halftime joint. I was kind of in and out. Y'all was getting my wings and
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was doing that during halftime. I was like, you know, I heard the music and stuff, you know. Cause I heard one of the times I was in and out the room, and I heard the Mr. Rogers song. I heard that was a commercial. You know, the "Won't You Be My Neighbor."
Okay.
They remixed it. You know, somebody was singing it. I said, wait a minute, that's Mr. Rogers' song right there. You know, I know that. I spent the many day in the living room floor watching goddamn PBS.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so, but I heard that the commercial was actually a good commercial. I posted on Facebook, hey, did they remix the Mr. Rogers song?
Right.
And the dude from 45 News, Bruce Cunningham, the sports director, he commented, he said, it's actually a good commercial.
Okay.
I said, well, shoot, I got to go back and watch the commercial. You know, now, because I just heard the song, because I was in and out the room, and I could hear it. I said, I know that. So, I'm going to have to go back and watch that. But, yeah, the Super Bowl itself was not real exciting. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't one to talk. It ain't one we're going to be talking about for the next 5-6 years or so. It was pretty, dry as a game. you know, defensive game, like we said. You know, I think both of us kind of said that last week when we was talking about it. We didn't expect a lot of scoring, which it wasn't. I think I had the over under 45. I think it was just under that.
Yeah.
You know, I just didn't expect a lot of scoring, especially the way Seattle defended.
Yeah.
And I thought New England defended it well, because in the beginning, it was all field goals the first half, wasn't it?
Yeah. New England's defense was impressive too, and like you said, it was field goals.
Yeah, it was all field goals the first half. So
impressive.
You know, just didn't. You know, again, it's the Super Bowl, it's the championship. Seattle is the champions. You know, so you can't take that from them. But from an excitement standpoint, you know, it wasn't that type of a game. You know, and like I said, really, man, when all everybody's talking about is Bad Bunny, and then, you know, they had the other show, you know, Kid Rock and all them, you know, and then all the debate about, you know, the Spanish speaking, and I couldn't understand nothing and all this foolishness, man. I'm like, man, just grow up.
Right.
You know, grow up, man. We so I ain't gonna do the politics this week. I ain't gonna do the football season over, man. So we great pivot. You know, we pivoted into, we're gonna be talking a little more basketball.
Right.
You know, so my man Dante said he'd come back. So, you know, tap into some of them guys, come on back. We can talk some hoops, man. You know, you got the NCAA season grade kicking the gear. Look. NBA, you know, second half of the NBA season grade start with the All-Star weekend is coming up. So they just had a bunch of trades in the NBA.
Oh yeah. You
know, a lot of movement. You know, the Wizards, man. You know, Wizards making moves. I don't know how good they are. You know.
Yeah, well, maybe they'd be worth watching. I hear that AD's supposed to come back this year.
Is he?
Him back? Yeah, that's what I read. So if he's back with Trae Young, I probably watch. I probably watch him a game or so, see what they look like.
Yeah, because somebody told me, you know, a couple weeks ago, they tickets. You can get some tickets pretty cheap.
Yeah,
dude told me some like some floor seats was like $250.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. Ain't nobody fucking with them. That's probably why they made these moves, man, to try to get some people in the stands.
Yeah, well, you know.
And I can tell you, man, I really wanted to see Kyrie, AD, and Cooper play together.
Yeah.
I wanted to see that. I wanted to see how that all played out. Kyrie come back, you know, close to what he was. AD, you know, still being able to, you know, maybe play the all-star level. And the way this boy Cooper Flag playing, is ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I like Flag.
Oh yeah,
I like Flag, man.
Talented kid, man. And I just wanted to see how they would look together, and I think they would probably, you know, been able to make the playoffs and just be able to follow that journey. But obviously, AD is now a Wizard.
Ain't that something?
Yeah.
A Wizard,
right?
And you know, I ain't gonna stay out here too long, because you know how we get.
I know. I know.
Yeah, we get to roll, and it'll be 12:30, 1 o'clock, and I'll be signing off for the 10th time. But you know, the Wizards, man. You know, as an organization, you know, they just a team, man. It seems like when they get some pieces, so you know, you take it back to when they had Chris Webber and Rod Strickland and Juwan Howard, and then drafted Rasheed Wallace.
Right.
You know, and I'm like, all right, they got the makings of something.
They messed that up.
And then I mean, they turn around and they trade Chris Webber for Mitch Richmond.
Unbelievable, man.
Now, I mean, if we trade Chris Webber for Mitch Richmond,
right?
That's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
If we talking 5-6 years before that,
man, come on,
that might have been a hell of a trade. But Richmond was at the end of his road at that point, and he still was productive, but he wasn't
That was a
It
bad.
wasn't. Yeah, it was a bad deal.
That was a bad. That was a bad.
It was a bad deal.
Yeah, it was a bad deal.
And they paid Juwan Howard all that money.
Right.
Juwan Howard was a guy, but he wasn't the guy.
He wasn't Chris Webber.
No.
Not even close, man.
No.
I'm like, why are you gonna pay this guy all that money and they let the franchise player
Let
go?
the franchise go. You know.
That was ridiculous to me, man. That was ridiculous.
And then they had a little run when they had Gilbert Arenas and that group. And they couldn't get past LeBron.
Was Jameson on that team?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was ball, right?
Yep. And they couldn't beat LeBron and them.
They couldn't get past Cleveland.
They
Yeah.
couldn't get past Cleveland. Cleveland
Right.
was their nemesis. But there was only like a small window. There was like only like a 2, 3, 4 year run at tops.
It was quick.
And then it was over. And they made a little noise with John Wall, and
No excitement.
Bradley Beal.
Yeah.
But again, you know, it's like it's the Wizards, man. It's like, yo, they just can't get right. You know, they just can't get right. And so my expectation level with them is very low.
Yeah.
You know, I don't expect the Wizards to do much of anything. Even with all these deals they made, they got some good young guys down there.
Yeah.
You know, but I just don't expect them to do the right thing until they show me. I'm from Missouri. You got to show me.
Yeah, I agree.
You got to show me.
Yeah.
So again, you know, they traded. They got AD. They got Trey Young. You know what I'm saying? They got the young guys down there. What's the young guy from France that's starting to turn it around? He was a lottery pick last year or the year before. He's starting to get it right.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's the Wizards. It's the Wizards.
It's the Wizards. Yeah.
They got to show me. They got to show me.
And I mean, historically, man, I that franchise, man, they brought in a lot of players, man, that were pretty much past their prime. You mentioned Mitch Richmond. I mean, they brought in Moses Malone back as he was. They brought in Ralph Sampson,
Bernard King,
you know. And I mean, you can go down the list. I mean,
Purvis Ellison.
Who was that? Purvis Ellison, Gus Williams, Seattle.
Yeah.
They played there. They bring these players in. They past their prime. And Michael Jordan. I mean, come on, man. You know.
Mike sold some tickets for him.
Say that again.
Mike sold some tickets for him now.
He's now Mike is different. I threw his name, but I shouldn't have, because the place was sold out for every game.
Yeah, Mike sold that joint out.
He sold that game. He sold that joint out every game. Yeah, and they knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they knew that. Yeah, so yeah, I'm like you, man. The Wizards gonna have to do some things. I thought that what's his name was somebody who just didn't have a feel for talent in the game. Wes Unseld.
Yeah.
He was coaching. He was a GM. They loved him.
Yeah.
And the moves that were being made just didn't make sense to me. Yeah, didn't make sense.
Yeah, Wes Unseld. Legend on the court.
I mean, you know, they had Rod Strickland there. You know, and they played Chicago tough in them playoffs.
Yep.
I mean, even Jordan said, "Man, this team here, man, we gonna have to be dealing with them."
Mm-hmm.
Then they're gonna ship Chris Webber out. I'm like, not him. Not him.
But you mentioned Cooper Flag.
Yeah.
You know, he just looked like a hooper.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even when you watch him, you see some people that just look like ball players.
It's legit.
He looked like a baller. He looked like somebody, like, when he walk in the gym, he probably command attention.
It's legit.
You know what I'm saying? And I only seen him on TV. I ain't seen him in person. But he just looked like somebody that commands attention. Like, he looked like, all right, yeah, he's somebody to watch. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen him play a couple times.
Yeah.
And
it's real.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with him because, you know, and then, you know, early on they had him out of position. They had him running point guard.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the season.
And
he struggled the first couple games, but he was serviceable.
And
once they got the ball out of his hand, you know, he kind of showed all right.
I think he may have tied the rookie scoring record for Dallas, tied Mark Aguirre
Oh, really?
on Mark Aguirre Day.
Damn.
Damn.
The day they hung the jersey up, huh?
Yeah, they honored him, hung the jersey up, and
Damn.
Cooper Flag go out and drop 49 or whatever it was.
Damn.
He's legit. He's legit. It kind of remind me of when Magic said that he went out and played, I don't know, some tournament all-star game, and Bird was there.
Oh yeah.
He was calling home. Yeah, no, it's real. Yeah, yeah, that white boy can play. Yes.
Yeah. So he tore Jack Givens' ass up.
Yes, he did.
Jack Givens was the player of the year that year. Man, Larry Bird was tearing his ass up out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. That's
Like,
what's up, man. Yeah, man. So we bringing stars out, bro. They get some people coming to watch you. Had some people on Instagram checking me out.
okay.
Man, Mario, what's up, homie? Man, Bruce. Remember Bruce used to come on the show with us.
Okay. Yeah. What's up, Bruce?
Bruce over there. Let me see. Somebody here. I don't know who this is. My man Harry was up there. He was over there checking us out. So, shout out to everybody who was on IG. Then we had quite a few people, watching on YouTube and people checking in on Facebook. So, I had to go the Facebook route a different way. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if we was getting the traffic that we used to, but we had a few people checking in on Facebook.
Okay.
Shout out to them too. But yeah, man, YouTube was popping, man. We brought Dante out. He had some folks checking in. His sister was on, Kenya Bright. Thank you for tuning in. We had a Kate, I don't want to mess her name up. Catriel Murray, 904. And I know I'm jacking the name up.
Right.
But they gave a PPO3, Port Pride on 3. Okay. Shout out to Dante when he was on,
Yeah.
So shout out to them. Man, it was good, man. That's my guy, Dante, man. I'm thanking him again coming on, and I'm gonna see if I can use his producer skills, if I can get Mike Lloyd and Keith Booth, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See if I can get them dudes to come on and talk a little hoops, man.
Keep it rolling.
Be a good look for the sports mix. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so football season over, man. We was doing football all season. And, we rocked through the Ravens season, and we went on through the playoffs and through the Super Bowl. So we ready to turn the page. And spring training start next week?
Yeah.
Pitches and catches about to report, man.
Yeah, it's upon us. Yes.
We got snow on the ground and ice is off temperatures out here, and they ready to be down in Florida throwing the baseball around.
On the baseball, man. A brand new revamped Oriole team, not revamped, but they brought in some players. So,
spent a little money.
A little bit of money. So there's a little bit of excitement brewing in the air with the Birds, and hopefully, they'll return to, competing for the division title and playoffs, and hopefully, fingers crossed, man, maybe they can sneak into the World Series. I don't know.
Wouldn't that be nice?
That'd be nice.
Wouldn't that be nice for the city?
Been a long time.
Did they move the fence this year?
I don't know. We gotta check with Elias, man. See what kind of tricks he got up his sleeves for this year.
Last couple seasons, those were his biggest moves.
Yeah, big moves, man.
He wasn't bringing no big names in here, but he was moving that fence around.
Right.
He was doing that. So we'll see.
He moved that fence. He got that one pitcher to come.
He wasn't here what, a year or two.
Yeah. I think he only lasted a year. Then
So I'm excited, man. We'll see what these Birds going to do. I'm a baseball fan lifelong. So if you watch the show, I'm always pretty much wearing the Orioles hat.
Yeah.
In various colors.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm Orioles for life. And like you say, when we talking to Dante, man, I was like, you couldn't have told me I wasn't gonna be playing on 33rd Street.
Right.
At one time or another, I was gonna be an Oriole.
Yeah.
know?
And then you know when your roots are in Turner Station,
Mm-hmm.
baseball was definitely at the foundation.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
For
you
sure.
know, yeah, it's at the foundation for all of us, man, because you know, legendary Mr. Smitty was right there and made it so for everybody.
Yeah.
Baseball was big.
Yes, indeed. And I got some you know, I got a show in the works. It's Turner Station. We're gonna talk a little bit about the history and talk about Mr. Smitty and you know how that foundation was laid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I was talking to you know Kenny Rice and Dale Smith a couple weeks ago, and they was talking about you know as they was coming up who some of the OGs was, and your pop's name came up.
Okay.
You know what
Okay.
I mean? It is one of the older guys. You know that they kind of learned under.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know how Dante was talking about playing with the older guys, and
Yeah.
you know you were a little young guy playing with grown men. You know, yeah, but they definitely threw your pop's name out there
Yeah.
as one of the ones that they kind of got the teeth cut up underneath. You know, so definitely I'm looking forward to you know getting some of them stories on there and kind of you know talk about some of them times, man.
Yeah. Oh
Really,
yeah.
really talk about that foundation. You know,
Yeah. Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
yeah. So as we great wrap it up for this February 10th edition
February the 10th.
of the
Wow.
Sports Mix. You know,
It's New Year's, man.
yeah, you're right. Christmas and all that.
Right.
You see, I'm still in the Christmas spirit with my green hoodie on. You know,
Where did that month and a half go, man? Golly. Man.
it ain't waiting for us, is it?
Yeah, man. That's why we can't be waiting either. Man.
Nah. Let's go get it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Let's go get it. You know, 2026, we here, and you know, Sports Mix and some other endeavors
Absolutely.
are coming, man. You know,
No question.
so as we wrap it up, you know, looking forward to the next round. You know, like I say, basketball season, man. We're kicking in gear, talking some hoops, man. You know, we can definitely talk about some of these topics that be floating around about the GOATs and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, we reminisce a little bit. So we got some years, you know, so we can throw some names out. You know, I get excited. You know, I follow some I'm in a group on Facebook like Big East.
Okay.
Big East group, man. They be putting some old videos from, you know, Carrier Dome, man, with Pearl Washington and you know what I'm saying? And you know, Big John and them Hoyas, man, Big Pat, Reggie and the Miracles, and St. John's with Willie Glass and Chris Mullins and Mark Jackson and them boys, man, and you know, Mike Jordan and the ACC and James Worthy and Lynn Bias and you know Sam Perkins and Kenny Smith was down there.
Kenny Anderson and all them boys. And I mean,
man,
that's why it's so difficult. I mean, when I hear ACC, I don't even know who in the league now.
Right? Yeah, you're right.
The teams.
Yeah, you're right. Because Syracuse in the damn ACC.
Yeah, man, I can't even figure it out. You know, you listen to the Big East, you can't even figure out like the teams that's there anymore.
Nah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, so it's so much flipping around and everything. So, but it's some talented players. I got a chance to see Kansas play. Man, they got a boy on that team, a freshman. His name escaped me right now, but God damn, man, that boy can play.
Yeah,
I think he's going to be the #1 pick.
Okay.
The NBA about 6'7", and yeah, man. So yeah, we can get into a lot of things. I think what happens is that, you know, we're so Ravens focused during the year.
Yeah.
We should be.
Yeah, absolutely.
once the season is over, it opens the door up for so many different ideas. So we're gonna tap into some things for the Sports Mix crew, and I'm pretty sure they'll be happy.
Yeah, and you know, we definitely, you know, Donta then gave the invitation, you know, so the show gonna have to go on the road too.
Yeah,
You
that's
know what I mean? He done already put it out there. Bring your cameras, you know.
yeah, no doubt.
And so, hey, who am I to tell him no?
Right,
You
right.
know, what else I gotta do that night?
Damn legendary as Donta Bright.
You know,
He's
yeah,
so humble though, man. But that dude is a legend.
legend. Ain't no doubt.
Period.
Ain't no doubt, man.
And he's a legend, man.
No doubt. And I got to witness it.
Wow. Like I said, can you imagine what they would have been throwing at him?
Oh man, it's crazy. It's crazy.
If he was coming out like he came out back when he came out, if he was coming out like that now,
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah.
wow.
Humble. But that, you know, humble.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, man, this dude, when I met him, around the time I met him, he was the guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was the guy. Like, his name was the one that people was talking about. And he was just a sophomore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when I first met him, he was like a sophomore. I met him because, like I say, I had never heard of him.
Player of the year.
And then all of a sudden, he was like everywhere. Boom, Donta Bright, Donta Bright. And I said, man, who is this kid, man? Who is this dude?
Player of the year, man.
And again, man, I like to say, I don't remember where we met. I just know that we met somewhere, and then every time we seen each other, it was always like we known each other for years. You know what I'm saying? It was always like that. And he always been the same.
Yeah.
Like, always been the same, man. I never seen him. Because I know, you know, we all know guys, man. They get here,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're not important. So you ain't. I ain't speaking to you today.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't got time for you today. But he was never that. He was never that guy, man. You never would know he was who he was.
That fame, man, that notoriety changed 95% of the people.
Oh man,
They're gonna change.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy, man. But yeah, thanks again for Donta coming on, man. It was
no
pleasure rapping to that brother, man. You know, and we burnt 2 hours quick.
Loved hearing his journey, man. But really, with him being such a legend, man, he is a lot of steps to his journey. And real dude, man.
Yep. So for everybody that was tuned in, man, I appreciate y'all. Hope y'all that was watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. You know, share it out with your friends, man. I'm definitely had to put this video out for everybody to see, man, to be up on YouTube. You know, so you know, Google Donta Bright, this should pop up. You know, with this interview, man, and like you say, he was, you know, he ain't hold nothing back. He told it like it was. I mean, you know, personable, man, talking about them struggles. You know, because like I say, I knew, you know, I've heard him talk about being a father at a young age, man. And that's not an easy thing to deal with, you know. And for him to he had to have had a hell of a support system.
Yeah, that was in high school.
To push through, push through that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And to get to college,
right.
That you're a high school All-American and everybody loving you and everybody pulling on you and you this and this. But at home, you got some real shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
You got 2 babies at the house that need and could care less about this basketball stuff. They don't, you know what I'm saying?
True.
And for him, man, to overcome that, you know, and really to push through that. You know what I mean? And to do it humbly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Humbly, man. And like you say, man, just how many people have you ever heard say the best time in their life was the year they didn't play basketball?
Right.
That's a shocking answer right there.
That's something.
You know, it wasn't going to the Final Four. It wasn't winning the national championship down Dunbar. It wasn't being the MVP at 5-star. It wasn't none of that. It was the year that I had to sit out at UMass.
All I did was play intramural.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
That was the most fun I had. That was the best.
Come on, man. Most people would miss that. Most people in life would miss that part of it.
Yeah.
The lesson.
Yeah.
The thing he said, y'all had to grow up. I had to grow up.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, that really, man, it just points to what kind of guy he really is. I mean, even when the question was thrown, is you could change anything of that illustrious career, basketball journey, if you could change anything, he said, man, I would have hit them books harder.
Hit the books harder. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on. Somebody been like, yeah, I'd have spent more time on my left hand, or I'd have been a better shooter. You know what I'm saying?
Shouldn't have went to UMass. I should have went to Ohio State or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, he said he hit the books.
Now I'm starting to get my little static here, so I know I'm gonna be gone in a minute or so.
Yeah. So before that happens, we're gonna wrap it on up. You know. But I appreciate you, brother, as always.
And as always, a pleasure, great show. Enjoyed the journey. And you know, we got some things that we're gonna do in 2026.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey man, have a good rest of your week. You know, it's Valentine's Day this weekend, so I don't know, you know.
Right.
I'm out of here. All right, bro. Peace.